Oh, my Lord. Hey.
Oh.
Welcome, kids, to a Sunday night sudden edition of Fat Man Beyond. I'm Kevin Smith.
Oh, so look at that. Look at
You
that.
see that sexy new sound? That sexy new mic. But I'm going to move it to this side because I feel like I'm working more this way. Let me try to turn my alerts off as well.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Focus. No, do not disturb. That's what I want, right? Till tomorrow. Okay. How's everybody doing, kids? How's that sound?
Mm-hmm.
If I put it here, is it still okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right, man. Sorry, kids. We should have done all this tech checking before the show began and shit. Welcome to Fat Man Beyond. I'm Kevin Smith.
I am Mark Bernard.
Hey.
Oh.
We got a show for you kids. We got some shit to talk about, man. Things happening in pop culture. I apologize in advance if I seem a little fucked up. I just watched Eddington. Jesus Christ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my man really knows how to set a tone. It's like I'm living in that world and I can't get out of it. Wonderful filmmaking. Great performances. That is what a singular film.
Was that Ari Aster?
Yeah.
Sure.
It is it's like almost 3 hours, but not a minute of it boring. And since it's set in 2020, it almost plays as the greatest hits. And I don't know if you remember 2020, but fuck. Ari Aster sure does. And he created a movie where in watching it, you're getting PTSD going, oh yeah.
Flashbacks.
A narrative around it. It's a lot of movie, man. I enjoy that. That guy's talented as fuck.
Excellent.
He creates some mood, man. I watched another nearly 3-hour movie the other day. Yeah. Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning.
Now, you don't strike me as a Mission Impossible.
That's why I was, it's not a bad genre. Like,
we've never talked about it. Is the only reason I'm like, really?
I grew up with Cruise, so I'm a Cruise guy. My kids' generation doesn't seem to be so much. Like one day I was like, hey man, we'll go see this some Cruise movie. She was like, it's got Tom Cruise in it. I'm like, yeah. So I'm a Cruise. I got cruise control.
Nice.
Thank you. But I will say this, like I enjoyed the first Mission Impossible quite a bit as Brian De Palma, right?
Yeah.
Then the second one was John Woo.
Yes.
That one I remember was just like the movie because there have to be at least 10 fucking mask pulls.
Lots of those.
It almost felt like everyone was like, what worked about the first one? The 1 or 2 mask pulls we did. Let's time that by 1,000. So I don't remember much about it. Anthony Hopkins was in it. Tom Cruise was climbing mountains in the beginning. John Woo directed it, so there's lots of pigeons flying around and slow-mo.
Two pistols all the time.
Always. But I don't remember much. I loved the third one. I thought JJ did a killer job with that.
Third one's great.
The Rabbit's Foot. And then...
Do you have a wife, Ethan? Do you have a girlfriend?
Oh, come on, man. I'm going to find her. I'm going to hurt her. What's your name? Where are you from? You have no idea, do you? You have a wife, girlfriend. That was fun. That was fun. Where's the Rabbit's Foot? Rabbit's Foot got fucking name checked in Final Reckoning. I have to say this much as fan service. Buddy Christ goodness. It felt like before they wrote it, they all sat down and said, let's watch them all again and just pick up anything. This is the last Mission Impossible movie ever. So let's fan service this fucker. So there were a lot of callbacks. And one of them was, they called back to the first one. Mm-hmm. Henry Czerny is in it and stuff. And they mentioned Jim Phelps for no good reason.
And the fucking dude from that Star Chamber.
That is fantastic. That is honestly that made the movie, like, if they could have just done one scene and they, would have, and it could have been a 3-minute movie and I would have been like, that's fucking wonderful. And that scene was. So spoilers, kids, if you haven't seen Final Reckoning, and I know we wouldn't talk, I don't know. We have no ads, right? We have ads to do, but we didn't advertise what we were going to talk about. So I guess we can talk about Final Reckoning. I'm gonna fucking go into my favorite moment in Final Reckoning, kids.
Okay.
But first, we're gonna do an ad because there are people that are putting on the show tonight, man, and I'm sure there's copy, and so Mark can start it while I go looking for it.
Hey, listen, I am traveling soon. Where am I traveling to? Traveling to New Jersey. Why am I going to New Jersey?
Ooh, double ad. Ad within an ad. Adception.
It's an ad wrapped in a mystery, wrapped in an enigma.
Truly, look at you.
I'm going to New Jersey because Kevin and I are doing a Fat Man Beyond live at Smodcastle Cinemas on Sunday.
What? When?
Sunday.
1 week from today, me and Mark are going to be on the Smodcastle stage, kids. Go get your tickets right now at smodcastleCinemas.com. But that's not the ad.
That's not the ad. The ad is I got to travel, right? And so I got to now pack, not just to go do this show with Kevin on Sunday. It's that I've also got to go see some family and some friends. And I'm a carry-on kind of guy, so I'm not bringing a big-ass suitcase. So I got to, figure out how to pack efficiently to go. Do I need fucking 3 mini bottles of hair care shit? Do I need backup deodorant? Do I need to fit my tiny toiletry bottles in the 8-ounce, whatever? Do I overpack? Do I underpack? Do I forget my essentials? No. Why? Because fucking Mando.
Oh, you didn't bury the lead on that one. I didn't even know who we were talking about, but I do now. Shopmando.com, kids. Mando starter pack, which Mark's kind of describing right there. It's perfect for new customers, man. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes. I personally love the deodorant wipes, particularly for travel, as Mark's talking about. And you get free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, man, new customers get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code. Use code FATMAN at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide and free shipping. shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you, man. Mando's got you covered. Protect your pits. Smell great doing it, kids. Mando. We love Mando. For some reason, they still believe in this show. God bless them. And because of that, not only do we get to do ads for them, but they do send us product, man. And that product gets used in this house. What about in the Bernardin household?
Oh, hell yeah. We respect the Mando. In this
hell yeah.
Because why? Because they got a fucking 4-in-1 acidified cleansing bar, man. Shampoo, face wash, body wash, deodorant, all in one bar. I don't know how that science works. I almost don't care. Also works as a shaving lather. It's a 5-in-1. Simplifies your whole hygiene routine, man. Save space in your bag for fun shit like snacks, extra shoes, prophylactics, surfboards. If you're a kind of fellow who prophylax, now it's ready for you. Fucking the Mando sweat control deodorant stick stops odor before it starts. It's just for your underarms, man. Don't put that shit on your head or in your eyes or whatever. That is a 1-in-1 bar. All day odor blocking, not just masking with fragrance. It also fights your sweat, so double protection. So simple. 1 or 2 swipes on each arm keeps you fresh all day, dry all day. Safe for all skin types, except maybe Klingon. We don't know about that shit, but it's doctor-developed, high-quality, premium ingredients. Every ingredient serves a purpose. No fillers, no junk, Nothing.
Mando rocks, kids, man. You want to show them some damn love. Uh-oh. The rental period for Eddington ends in 44 hours. I mean, I got a lot of time. I don't know that it needs to be an alert right now. I'm in the middle of a show. Let me tell you something, man. Long days outside, beach trips, mowing the lawn, golfing, physical jobs under the hot sun, grilling burgers in the heat, something literally I do. I go out on the grill and I grill Beyond Burgers all the time. Some people are like, that's not a burger. It is a burger. Never mind. It's a whole different ad and stuff. These are the days, kids, where you get a little moist, where you get a little ripe. That's why Mando's there to save the day, man. Created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal body odor is being misdiagnosed and mistreated, man. Clinically proven to block odor all day long and control odor for up to 72 hours. These people really know what they're doing, man. Shopmando.com, kids. Mando starter packs, perfect for new customers. It comes with the solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash, deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code. Use the code FATMAN, all one word, at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide and free shipping, man. shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them we sent you, man. Mando's got you covered. Protect your pits and smell great doing so. Shopmando.com.
Hell yeah.
Thank the good folks at Mando for supporting Fat Man Beyond. Hey, this has nothing to do with nothing, but I'm a man who does this a bit. And I would argue that a lot of people in our culture, not everybody, but a lot of people are content creators at this point, right? So maybe this is a pet peeve just for me, but like, shouldn't the fucking, like, look at all this dead space. I'm wearing a t-shirt because I'm wearing a t-shirt. My man don't start till like way down below. I know this is a real first world problem and shit. I know I can't probably rally anybody behind my cause, but don't you think the graphics should be placed higher on the t-shirt?
Well, what they're leaving you room for is one of them nameplate necklaces, like Mars from fucking.
Look at you, man. You would rather light a candle than curse the darkness. That's what I like about you. Good point. I'm getting a Mars black man fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
And then it'll draw attention to whatever shirt it is I'm wearing.
It will.
I'm a t-shirt maker, man. I'm going to start demanding, like, hey, man, start the graphic here. Everyone's like, nobody wants that. I'm going to be like Robert De Niro in fucking Casino. I was like, I want an equal amount of blueberries in every muffin. And the guy's like, do you know how long it's going to take us? I don't care. I want an equal amount of blueberries. I want the graphic to start right here. Like, people won't buy the shirt. I was like, I don't give a shit. I want the graphic to start right here. I will buy
mine like this.
I mean, I guess that's the thing. I probably have mine custom made and shit. But look at how low that is, man. Like, I want to show it off and shit.
I know.
This is what it should be.
When it's down that low,
this is never mind.
Winkle is a perv. He's just like,
I guess, you know what? Now that I look at it, I don't want that. That's too high. So maybe they were right. Yeah, maybe they knew what they were doing. I mean, look, can't we split the difference? Anyway, these are white people problems. Kids, let's tell. Oh, Banffman's here. Banffman, you got my back on this?
I think maybe you just invented a new product category.
What is it? Like,
which is like a content creator, like, you know, a dickie, which is like the turtleneck, but it only goes to here.
I think you just created something new, because dickie, for the first time in my life, didn't enter my mind during that conversation. You're absolutely right. We could sell a dickie to everybody that has to do this shit for a living, man. And you don't have to wear the whole fucking outfit. And then, I guess you got to be wearing a jacket, but whatever. I like your dickie idea. Dickie do, I say. Not dickie don't.
I mean, advertisers also, think about that. Like, it'd be like boxing, but for content creators. That Mando could send you a dickie that just said Mando. And you
don't these guys
throw it on?
Have like Ricky Bobby? Didn't he have Wonder Bread?
NASCAR and Formula One.
NASCAR.
They got a bunch, right? Or am I confusing that with Mr. Amazing, Captain Amazing and Mystery Men? He had a lot of fucking sponsors.
I mean, all of it.
I think.
Can you
Race
have
cars.
multiples when you're a race car driver?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like you can't have two motor oils, and you can't have like you've got like Wonder Bread or like
Hey,
King's
all I'm
Hawaii.
saying, kids,
But
is
not both.
these are, as we all know, tough financial times. Blame tariffs, blame whatever the fuck you want, but this space for rent is all I'm saying. You can put whatever message you need to here. Holy fuck, dude. Where was I today? I went to Supercuts. I guess this is probably revealing too much about myself, but fuck yeah, I went to Supercuts, man. I don't got a lot of hair to cut and shit. So I was like, I went to Supercuts. While I'm in there, like they were playing like public radio, not public radio, but like local radio, I guess. I heard a scary ad where they were like, you know, hey man, get out of the country. That fucked me up. That's on the radio.
Really?
Yeah.
But like
it
who's
was
advertising?
Christy Nome.
Oh, yeah.
Was going
I've seen-
like, you know, you could turn yourself in or get out now or something like that. It was fucking.
Yeah, I've seen those on TV where they're just like,
Wait a second.
yeah,
You still watch television?
I do.
Do you have a cable connection?
I do. I got my direct TV, man.
Oh, you got a direct TV. Well, I forgot. You're making that Wakanda money.
Like my eyes on Wakanda are coming through the sun, giving me jeopardy.
Have you gotten Mark's wrote 2 episodes, correct?
Fair.
Have you gotten, which I've not seen yet, and I'm a bad friend and a bad Marvel fucking fan at this point, so I will dive in very, very soon. I've been writing, but that's no excuse. Regardless, have you gotten a bunch of feedback?
We've gotten kind of universally good feedback. It was the most watched TV show on Disney Plus for its first like 10 days in release.
Nice.
Which is great. The reviews were all really, really strong. All the feedback from fans have been really strong. I got to write Iron Fist into one of my episodes. So introducing the first canon Iron Fist.
I was going to say, because the other
one they're not acknowledging as much as
they're bringing in Netflix kids, but they're not acknowledging the Netflix storylines.
Yeah, I mean, Daredevil is like it has to appear in like a Kevin Feige produced jam. And so Daredevil has, as has, you know, Foggy and Punisher and all that stuff. They are bringing apparently Luke Cage and Jessica Jones clearly are going to come aboard for season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. They're not talking much about
Iron Fist yet.
No. I don't know how much appetite there is.
He's getting iron fisted as far as they're concerned. Did you see the photos online this week of Spider-Man? You know, they were shooting in Glasgow a couple of weeks.
Yes.
I guess they're wrapped there now, but like Spider-Man fighting the Punisher. Are we back?
We have returned.
Looks like we're back. Well, kids, there it was, man. If anything, that proves that big T-shirt shut us down. I finally came out and spoke about probably most important issue of this or any other age, man. How a T-shirt design should start a lot closer to the neck, and stream went down for the first time ever on this show. Never happened before.
No.
You tell me. Coincidence?
I mean, it didn't, even when we talked about other people's trailers or our own trailers and we got shit for it, they didn't shut us down.
Who's paranoid?
Not me.
You can't fuck with big T-shirt. Or maybe it was Paramount, man, because I was getting ready to talk about Mission Impossible. So what, is this a brand new stream? Do people have to come over to a brand new thing? Banff, man, get in here and explain yourself.
What happened?
He's like, I can't. I'm trying to hold it together with spit and glue. What happened? Is it big T-shirt?
Yeah. Sure. Something overloaded the electricity, and
something,
and everything went out. But we're back.
The folks
we got the rest of the show. We got the rest of the show.
How did the audience react?
I couldn't. I lost all my internet. That's what I lost power to my internet modem.
Good point.
That's why it all went down. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, that's my fault.
How did the let's see how the folks are reacting.
So I don't know. I mean, like,
a lot of people say it's the heat, but
it could be the heat.
Some people.
I went to a kid's birthday party in Chatsworth today, and my car said 117 degrees.
Yep. That's how we do out there. You get it so spicy.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was the hottest it got in Hollywood, I think, was about 93, 94 the other day. I went to the Valley though and got me a taste of 100.
Oh. Welcome to Arrakis, my friend.
But to be fair, mild summer. Like if they're making us pay for it now with like 1 week of terrible weather, or not even terrible, it was gorgeous, just fucking hot. But I was just in Florida visiting my mother, and I was in Jersey, so no complaints. They got heat and humidity there.
Yeah. I've forgotten since what like 92 degrees in Manhattan feels like. Oh, it's fucking swamp.
It is Sunday night, kids. And before things went south, and before I got on the t-shirt tip, if you will, I was talking about Mission Impossible.
You were.
This was the moment for me, and I'm not saying this is the moment that like this was, because most of the time I was like, oh my God, so much movie. Like, and nothing is, I know, like, that's the whole point of that fucking franchise, but nothing could be simple, right? Like, hey man, you got to get down to a Russian sub that sank, and that's where the knock list or whatever fuck the entity was born, and you got to get it. But to get there, it's a Mission Impossible. It's like 19 Mission Impossibles to get there. And then he jumps into the fucking ocean, like, and then it's freezing. He's got no fucking clothes on, like, but whatever. And then he gets in, and it's like, all right, go get the thing, and let's move the fuck on. We've been in the sub part of the movie for like a good 15 minutes now. Then the sub like starts rolling, so they had that complication. Then there are like fucking missiles rolling around. It's just like, that whole sequence in the sub felt like they were like, we got Tom for 3 months by himself. Like, we'll go make a mini movie where he just goes swimming down to a sub to go get the entity or whatever fuck.
They were also like, you know what movie I like? Hunt for Red October. Can we do that?
100%. At one point, as they were describing something, I was like, do you mean a Caterpillar Drive? I believe I've seen this picture.
And then the other part of the movie, they're like, I also love The Abyss. Can we also just do The Abyss? Yeah, you can.
And also full, like, disclosure, like I am not fucking Chris McQuarrie or Tom Cruise. I could never make a movie like this. I'm not saying inferior filmmaking. No, everyone did their jobs incredibly well, and fuck, did they spend a lot of money. It's just like, as a screenwriter, it just gave me, like, oh my God, I'm a lazy screenwriter. We all know this. Look at my body of work. That movie seemed like a lot of work, where it's just like, all right, these 19 things are happening before he can get to his goal. Let's put in 15 more. And into all these mini movies where everyone runs into all these like series of fucking impossible problems and stuff.
Think about how they make these movies, though, which will blow your skirt up. They think of the big scenes first and shoot them, and then figure out how they stitch together into a story.
How do you know that?
Because McQuarrie has said as much. He's like, the way we make these movies is we decide I think Tom wants to jump a fucking motorcycle onto a train. All right, why? We'll figure that out later. And that's how they make these movies, and have done since, I think, Fallout. And
I'll say this, that never occurred to me while I was watching the movie. Never once was I like, oh, they shot a thing, and then they were like, let's worry about it later. Other than you could tell there are two different movies going on. Two different movies. Like, he shot one movie during COVID, and it was Dead Reckoning Part 1 and 2. But then the first one came out, 2 years ago, the Barbenheimer summer.
yeah,
And it did good, better than anything I've ever done. And it did a lot of business, but it didn't quite do what they hoped or needed it to do, especially because they were like, this is the penultimate chapter in the Mission Impossible franchise. So they, instead of calling it Dead Reckoning Part 2, as intended, they called it Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning or Final Reckoning. And I wouldn't say they tried to pretend like there wasn't a movie before this, but they definitely tried to pretend like, oh, well, there were lots of movies before this. And it's like, yeah, but the one right before this, that was a part 1. Like, well, numbers, math.
Although the first half hour of that movie, of Final Reckoning, felt like a very extended, previously on Mission.
Holy shit. Well, that, and it was also the like, we're going to leave after this, so let's start taking our bows like now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's about 25 minutes before the opening credits. And it was very, you could tell when the reshoots happened.
Mm.
He looked different in the reshoot. Like, he had a weird haircut between the two. And they even mentioned it. Like, at one point, she's just like, I like the longer hair. He just, it looked like Mission Divorced Dad. Like, he just, it didn't. And I'm not saying he was not fit, because at one point he fights in his underwear.
Yeah.
And he's fucking fit as a fuck. I mean, I said to Jennifer, how old is he? And she Googled it. And, 63. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I've never looked like, I didn't look like that when I was born. I was not that thin and in shape. But, he's 63 years old. It's not like he looked old or something. The haircut, it really was the haircut. I never noticed shit like that. Like, never. But that haircut aged him in that movie. Because, and then the aforementioned, they kept showing footage from the other movies. Does you no favors when your haircut is superior in every other one of the pictures. It literally looked like he rolled out of bed and he was like, fuck it, let's finish Mission Impossible. That's what the haircut looked like to me. I mean,
my favorite part of all of this is that it's like 4 months later, Kev's going to take a dump on Mission Impossible. I'm not, because I'm about to give it its flowers. Okay. So there's a scene in the movie where they call back the guy. His name was Dunlow, I think. Yeah.
And he was in the first one. There's a lot of callbacks to all of the Mission Impossibles because this is their finale. And when, one of the most famous sequences, not just in Mission Impossible franchise history, but I would argue, movie history of the last 50 years, whenever they show footage of like movies or whenever Nicole Kidman's like, the magic of the movie, generally speaking, when a movie montage is put together, you will see Tom Cruise lowered on ropes in the vault from Mission Impossible, doing this shit, trying to get
the knock list.
The knock list. The guy who they knocked out, like they put shit in his coffee, so he had to go shit. And he kept coming in and out of the vault, and Tom had to freeze and stuff. Not Tom, but Ethan Hunt.
Yes.
He, afterwards, like the knife falls and Ethan misses it, and it hits the table just as the alarm goes off. It turns off so that it doesn't trip the alarm and shit. And so Dunlow comes back into the room and like there's the knife sitting there and looks around. they never referenced that again. One of the most famous sequences in movie history, franchise history for sure. But I would argue, I'm not saying it is one of the greatest scenes, but certainly one of the most recognizable, like the movies, ladies and gentlemen,
especially of the 90s. When the 90s gets its due, that is always the like
Tom Cruise hanging from a rope in a white room was cinema back in the day. So in any event, it's referenced here in as much as the guy who, come on, man, I'm doing a show. The guy who, the same actor who played him, they got him to come back.
Woof.
He's getting closer.
Something. Clever girl.
She hears me talking. She doesn't want me to do the show. She works for Big T-Shirt. Birdie, I am giving Mission Impossible its flowers for their one. Fuck you. Stop being so German. That guy shows up again.
Yes.
And he, is aged 30 fucking years. And they reference the fact that, 30 years. It was really only technically 29, but 30 from when they shot it, I guess. So he, because of the, fucking events of Mission Impossible 1, he was like shit can the next day, but like not shit can, just sent to a shit detail, like somewhere in the, I don't know, where were they? Arctic?
Yeah, Alaska or the
Alaska, some such shit. Really cold, whatever the fuck. And they wind up in this place and he's there. And, the one guy, who is it? Is it Benji, I think, recognized? Mm-hmm. He's like, oh my God. And Benji wasn't in that first one. He came with JJ.
Yeah.
Luther was in the first one, but at this point, he's no longer in the franchise.
Spoiler.
We'll just leave that there. So he's like famous in that world. Like, oh my God, you were the guy. And he was like, yeah, I got fucking shit can. So, part of the Mission Impossible, like, oh, this shit's impossible, is now they got to recruit the dude who fucking Ethan Hunt fucked him over 30 years prior, right? So at one point, they finally put Ethan and Dunlow in the same room together because it gets all Return of the Jedi where everyone's off on 3 different missions, right? And they finally bring them all together. So
Ethan Hunt is a Jedi in this movie.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So still running. Running like, it ain't a fucking Tom Cruise movie unless he's doing. So they would finally meet up, Ethan Hunt and this guy Dunlow, if that's his name. And, Tom Cruise is just, Ethan Hunt is like, I can't thank you enough for helping. And I'm sorry, I ruined your life 30 years ago. And then my man like gets real with him and he's just like, you didn't ruin my life. If you didn't do what you did, I'd still be in that fucking vault. And I never would have come here and met the woman I love. And, he's got a wife that, he met while he was there. And so he's like, you didn't ruin my life. You saved my life. It's crazy. It was a crazy good scene because like, it still makes me emotional. And then when you're like, oh, that's fucking nice. He gives him the knife. The same fucking knife that, fell and shit like that in that scene. It's really, really good. Like, that's well done. I turned to Jennifer at that point and I was like, come on, that was well done.
It's not quite as good as Iceman in Top Gun Maverick, but close.
I mean, yeah. Look, number one, your thesis is absolutely correct. there's more invested in Iceman. There's nothing invested in Dunlow.
Right. Just like,
so I would argue that even though, Iceman better be emotional, considering all the elements, I think it was more of a fucking high wire act to make this fucking Dunlow thing put a lump in my throat. Every time I describe this scene, I get a little choked up. That's not the case with the Iceman scene so much.
No, the Iceman scene it choked me up for sure.
Yeah, but when I saw it, absolutely. But I don't have that much invested in Top Gun. I got way more invested in Mission Impossible. Although somebody was doubting my Mission Impossible bona fide. I mean, you were one of them at the beginning of the show. You're like, I'm fucking
45 minutes ago. I was like, yeah,
exactly. You're the guy who's shitting on my fucking Mission Impossible fandom. I don't know what kind of Mission Impossible fan I am, but I've seen them all, but I don't remember the last 4. I mean, I don't know what number they're up to, but I'm always there to support. I love that he's got his own franchise. Like, I'm a booster, man. So,
I love, like, Dunlow, if that is his name.
Yeah.
Aged, I mean, it's a character from the first movie. Somehow that dude looks twice as bad as Tom Cruise does.
I wouldn't say bad, but I would say he looks miles have not older. His 30 years looked harder than Tom's 30 years.
Yes.
But
he's been running across deserts, hanging from planes. This dude has been like just chilling with his lady by the fire, just watching TV.
In the reality of the movie or in real life?
Both.
Honestly, like, this is crazy to say. One of my favorite scenes of the year. Like, and I had to sit through a fuck ton of movie to get to it, to earn that. There's a lot going on in that movie. It was a half hour almost preamble before the movie begins, just to catch you up on the entire fucking franchise.
Yeah. Have you shown up for the last one and not known what happened in the last 9 of these?
Oof, this is previously on 30 years of Mission Impossible. So that scene like is very noteworthy for me. Honestly, I will probably be thinking about that scene for a long time. And if anyone ever mentions the final reckoning and tries to shit in its mouth, I will be the first to be like, hey, one of the most beautiful scenes of 2025.
Right.
And you know what? Fuck all this. I'm going to call it. Yeah, I might be a little stoned, but I'm going to call it right now. As I circle the drain, as I leave this best of all possible worlds, Mark, I may think about that Dunlow scene. The edge being when he handed him the knife. That I was done. I was like, come the fuck on. The knife, you sons of bitches. You writing sons of bitches. I would honestly like to know who brought the knife to it. Because there's 2 writers, Chris McQuarrie and some other dude. And then, of course, like Tom Cruise. He is not a writer, but let's be honest. Tom Cruise, I'm sure, has some say in the process.
He's the maestro.
Gotta be. But the whole scene, you didn't ruin my life, you saved my life. And then the knife, dude. Like, now, that being said, fuck ton of movie to get through. And honestly, spoilers, they probably should have let him die at the end. I don't know why they wouldn't. Honestly, the only reason not to is because they're like, 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Near. Yes, he's Jim Phelps. That's the thing. You could fucking keep going. You could, but
the final
I'm sure he's reluctant, to let it go and shit. But like, I would have let Ethan die a hero, man.
Yes.
Instead, they fucking Dark Knight rised him. He fucking gets to go off and have, lunch with Anne Hathaway while fucking poor Alfred has to live his life alone. I mean, come on. Fucking Alfred has raised you since you were a fucking kid. you just met this woman. And she really doesn't like treat you all that seriously through most of the time we see it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to spend the rest of your life with her and like see him once. Like, what's the idea there? Too much trauma? Like, I had a relative who was like, he used to go see my grandmother all the time. And then when my grandmother died, she was like, she used to go with her mom to see my grandmother. Then her mom died. So she was like, if I go see grandma, it reminds me of my mom and it's too sad. But meanwhile, she stopped going to see grandma and grandma got sad. So I mean, I know we should have thought of this a long time ago, but it just feels like Alfred gets the short end of the stick in that relationship, man.
I mean, 100%. Bruce is a selfish person.
Or maybe that's like, it's an allegory for like being a parent. Like, you know, you do your best and then fucking they run off to Italy with Anne Hathaway.
They never fucking call. I just happened to be in the same cafe. Like, wait, I was in Italy for like 9 weeks, bruv. And now you just like run into me by accident?
But that being said, Dark Knight Rises, wonderful flick. But like, you know, there's some goofy shit in it. But that has one of my favorite moments of all time too, you know, where it's just like, a hero could be anyone, even a fucking cop who put a coat on a little boy when his parents were killed in Crime Alley, and he became a vigilante. You know, Bruce Wayne. That was
you spent all your life keeping this secret, and just now?
Let me tell you something, man. I know everyone's like, come on, you would choose fucking Alfred over Selena Kyle, but like, I mean, I don't think she's serious about him.
But also
the movie version. I'm not talking about like people like, hey man, the comics. This ain't the comics. This is Chris Nolan's version.
But why do you?
I didn't get the impression that she was, you know, like that was like, you know, you give up everything for her. I know that's not the point. Everyone's like, hey, you didn't give up everything, but he does. He sees Alfred one more time.
Like, just fucking call a dude.
How about once a year? Like
Christmas. Fucking,
you know what I'm saying?
The anniversary of your parents' death. Give Alfred a fucking ring. Be like, hey man, how you doing? You all right?
And I respect your need to like, you know, retire. Like, respect. There's a very busy 8 years you had. But this guy was your rock.
The only way this makes sense.
He has a heart the size of a tangerine. Thank you.
The only way it makes sense is if fucking Bruce sent Alfred a ticket to come to Italy. Didn't know why. Like, it was a fucking contest. He pulled some Ethan Hunt shit where he's like, listen, man, come to the opera in fucking whatever city and just, I'm going to see you there. But he doesn't tell him he's going to see him there. It's a big elaborate surprise. And
by Ethan Hunt shit, you mean it's like fucking unnecessarily almost 3 hours?
Yes, and Byzantine complex to a degree that is not 100% necessary at all.
They wrote the fuck out of that. I'll tell you that much. There's a lot of words on that page.
Can I tell you, speaking of Hunt for Red October, as we did for a second, I went to a party over the weekend.
Yes.
A fancy Hollywood party. And at this party was Angela Bassett and Courtney B. Vance, who are husband and wife and husband. I have nothing to say to Angela Bassett other than I love your work. You're great. I could have talked to Courtney B. Vance for an hour. And that hour would have just been me reciting every line from Hunt for Red October that he has. Paganini was a composer. Pavarotti was a tenor, including a boom way out the pearl.
I invoke him all the time in my life on a regular basis, and I got to tell him myself. I crossed paths with him last year. I think I was doing I was promoting, I guess maybe the 4:30 movie, and he was doing an interview after me and shit. And I never like, hey man, I'm this guy, but like I waited just to be like, they call it Crazy Ivan. I told him, I gave him his props for turning crazy into the, like 3 syllables. Crazy Ivan.
I'll bag him.
All right. So wait, where were we?
You would.
Oh yeah, fuck Bruce. No, I saw a lot of people in chat going like, "Come on, man, Alfred deserves his own life." And
he does, but just call a fucking dude.
Yeah, Alfred can have his own life, and Bruce can check in on him on a regular basis.
Why is it either or? It's just go ahead.
Like it's all or nothing. I get it. Like they went to war together and shit, but like, you know, I don't know. Even better, even more of a reason. Like maybe Bruce is like, I don't want to sue. When I think of Alfred, I think about like fucking Maggie getting blown up. Not Maggie. What was her name? Maggie Gyllenhaal getting blown up.
Rachel Dawes.
Rachel getting blown up and fucking, you know, fucking Harvey. He was going to be the future of Gotham and fucking my parents and shit. And Alfred's like, there were, you know, yes, all that shit bad, but we had good times. Like we accomplished shit. Remember when we figured out like unnecessarily complicated how we put it together, the ballistics on a fucking thing that didn't exist and somehow found a fucking fingerprint on it, even though we didn't have the.
He did forensic magic.
Remember when we made up proof? Like, come on, that was a good time. We remember we stopped the fucking Ra's al Ghul, the Joker. Like, you know, that seems like a fucking Billy Joel song. You know, we would all go down together. Him and Alfred should be like that. They should be meeting once a month to be like, fucking three times we saved this fucking city.
You could like take a trilogy or away from fucking Selena Kyle to call your surrogate dad and just be like, hey man, how are you doing? You all right? You need anything?
Look, I know that movie came out before COVID, so they couldn't do this, but Zoom a motherfucker. Yeah. You don't even have to go meet in Rome.
You know, we already had Zoom. He was Skyping for a good long while. Anyway.
Welcome to movies we want to fix. No. Kids, it's Fat Man Beyond, man. We had a little trouble on the stream before, but Banff Man fixed it, so we're back.
You know what movie is not too much movie at all? You know what movie is like a good 98 minutes? K-pop Demon Hunters, Kevin.
You like it? I saw I saw like an Instagram about it where you were like, one of these moments was like one of my favorite moments of all time history, fucking pop culture. I was like, what? You put it up next to some pretty heady competition or
I really did.
Competition.
The bear. It was the scene Forks from the Bear, which is another thing that I just watch when I need to feel human again. But I watched this movie on a lark. I knew that it was popular. I think it was in the top 10 for Netflix, you know, almost since it debuted. It has since become a phenomenon in a way that I don't think anybody at Netflix or Sony Animation expected it to be. For the first time since, I believe it's Grease, a soundtrack has 3 songs in the Billboard Top 100, including the number 1 song in the country, Golden. They put a sing-along version of the movie in theaters for 2 days, and it made $20 million in just 2 days to be number 1 at the box office this past weekend, which is a first for Netflix.
What happened? Wait, what happened?
Yeah, they put a sing-along version of K-pop Demon Hunters in theaters, 1,700 theaters, and made $20 million. Just 2 days to become A, the number 1 movie of the weekend, and B, Netflix's highest grossing movie in theaters ever.
It made $20 million in 2 days?
In 2 days.
And that's Netflix's
highest grossing theatrical release.
All of that information is a lot for me to process.
It will be, in short order, Netflix's most popular original movie ever.
It's a cartoon, right?
It is a cartoon. It is a perfectly simple story. It reminds me a lot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then it tells you exactly what it is in the title. But it's a girl band of K-pop superstars who also fight demons. that are seeping through a dimensional portal into our world. And the way they stop it is with the power of song. And the songs are fucking bangers, each and every one. It is a wonderful fucking fable about partnership, about destiny, about owning your flaws and sharing them with people you trust, about love and duty and honor and dancing and combat and swords. But it is just this beautiful, beautiful little movie. And there is a moment towards the end when, you know, structurally, a screenwriter will tell you that the second act ends with your hero at their lowest point, and then the third act kicks in when they discover and acknowledge their faults and figure out how to save the day, both personally and internally and interpersonally, as well as in the meta, there are demons coming into this planet. And the last 20 minutes of this movie are fucking amazing. Not quite on the level of What's Up Danger from Into the Spider-Verse, but close. Really, really close. And aided by amazing fucking songs. If you haven't seen it, fucking see it.
Strong review there.
It's really
Mark's got a Discovery, kids. No,
again, I found a thing that
everyone seems to know it, man. But I can't believe the theatrical thing. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That was the highest grossing movie of
the weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah.
$20 million? Nothing beat that?
Weapon. Well, I mean, it's the last weekend, second to last weekend in August, and they're not putting too much out there. It was this second weekend of Weapons, third weekend of Naked Gun. I don't think there was a new thing this past weekend.
Superman and Fantastic Four not up there. I guess Superman's now on home video.
Yeah, I mean, Superman cracked 600 million domestic, which is, you know, apparently a big deal this year. But yeah, they're both in the low teens at this point.
In chat, Mark. Now, Absorbent Individual says, now this is what I came for. Two grumpy Gen Xers who know nothing about K-pop, think anime is for kids, talking about K-pop demon hunters. I'm going to break this down real quick. Now, this is what I came for. Two grumpy Gen Xers. I don't think I'm grumpy by any stretch of the imagination, although I was just going off about fucking how Bruce treated an old man, so maybe I am an old man. I am a Gen Xer who know nothing about K-pop. You got me there, but I've never said that I did. Think anime is for kids. Object. When did I ever fucking say that?
True. Also,
yes, like that's a little judgy. Say again.
Right. I will say this movie is also not anime because it's not made in Japan, and it's not trying to be anime. It is just
talking about K-pop demon hunters. Well, technically, we're not both. He was, but yeah. I resent that. I know anime is not for kids.
Yeah, we're Gen Xers, man.
Fortune's son said Kev is a boomer. No, I'm not. I'm Gen X, you jackass.
Yeah. And we grew up.
I'm Gen X. Fucking, I just want to watch the world burn.
Ghost in the Shell and Ninja Scroll and fucking anime that will blow your fucking doors off and melt your eyeballs. We know it's not for kids.
Good News Jim says Gen X started with Speed Racer, which is based off Hot Rods, the comic book, which is based off Motorheads. The original anime nerds are mechanics. Gen X was not started with Speed Racer. Speed Racer had a character called Racer X. That has nothing to do with Gen X. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I don't quite understand what that's all about, but go up.
Interesting theory. Someone said we were unattractive and not funny.
I mean, I'll own the first. But
yeah, I mean, again, I can't do nothing about that. But I think the second one, I guess, is more of an opinion. All right, man. Let's see. What shall we talk about?
Do we want to get into news and save a couple of marquee reviews for the end? Or do we just want to blaze and talk about Peacemaker, Alien Earth? Have you seen any of Alien Earth?
I've seen enough.
That sounds like a threat. I've seen enough.
I watched the first episode.
All right.
You like it?
I do. There's parts of it that I like quite a bit, and then parts of it that I'm a little head scratchy about. Because Aliens is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm predisposed to liking things in that world, especially things that feel like that. And this is definitely conjuring Alien/Aliens vibes. Right down to, black dude who wears a headband who's on a ship that looks kind of very much like the Nostromo, talking to a operating system called Mother. Always here for that. Always here for fucking space marines, even if in this regard they're private security. I always like hearing the name Weyland Yutani. Never makes me unhappy.
Kevin Rubio, man, says Generation X includes those born between 65 and 81 during the reconstruction of Europe after the war. Our lives have not been easy. Wait, what?
Hold on. What?
Reconstruction of Europe after what war? I mean, long after the Great War.
I mean,
Badlands trailer. Kill Josh Pacino says Badlands trailer. Opinions from you two? I loved it, but I've seen all of Badlands, and it was great. I saw the whole damn thing. I seen it. Yeah. Hey, man, God, there's so much information coming at me, and that I want to fucking share right now. That's bursting in my head.
You do.
Maybe we should go to news. Let's go to news. Can we talk about Good Boy or Good Dog, whatever the fuck it's called?
The trailer.
Have you seen this trailer?
I've seen this trailer.
Who the fuck made this movie? What a genius. Like, seriously, a horror movie from the dog's point of view? Look, before we get into that, hey, man, for those who came in late and the stream broke, and some people in chat are like, hey, it's 1 a.m, back east. You don't have to fucking watch it tonight. Go to sleep. We'll be there when you get up and shit.
Go home.
Yeah, but if you do live back east and shit, and you're like, 1 o'clock, too late for me. Well, you can come see me and Mark much earlier than 1 o'clock. Thank you.
Indeed.
Me and Mark going to Smodcastle Cinemas. What's the date, Mark?
8/31, the last
31st
of the dog days of summer.
1 week from today, which technically, if you're back east, is 6 days from today because they're at Monday morning right now. But for those of us on the West Coast, it's still Sunday, man. So Sunday night, next Sunday or this coming Sunday, however you do it, me and Mark going to be at Smodcastle Cinemas. Come watch the show live. Be a part of the show.
At 6
p.m. During the Q&A, you get to be on the show. We're going to put people on stage with us. Come on. How could you not go?
It's also an early night. You can come see us
on Sunday.
Fuck home.
Yeah.
Wake up on time for work on Monday.
What time is that show?
It's 6 p.m. And also, you don't have to go to work on Monday. It's Labor Day.
Is it really? That's the next day? Ooh, we're going to have a hard time filling that theater, man. Most people be like, I'm going to go out. Fuck your show. I'm going to go out drinking.
I'm going to go to the Jersey Shore. Pound it out.
I mean, it's too hot for that. You know what you need on a hot Sunday night, August 31st? Air conditioning. And that's what we got plenty of at Smodcastle Cinemas. Come sit in the air conditioning with me and Mark, man, while we do Fat Man Beyond live at Smodcastle Cinemas. Tickets at smodcastlecinema.com. But what if you're like, hey, man, I'm from Florida. I can't go to fucking Smodcastle Cinemas. Well, I'm going to be in Miami. I would sing the song if I know the lyrics. Miami kids on Thursday and Friday doing shows at the Miami Improv. 7:30 on Thursday and a 7:30 and a 10:30 on Friday night. Tickets at csmod.com or the Miami Improv website. I got a lot of shows coming up, kids.
And if you're not going to be in New Jersey or Miami, but you're on the West Coast, 9/9, September 9th, me and Kev back at fucking Scum and Villainy.
The Negative German Day, 9/9. Me and Mark will be we'll be at the Cantina. Jump in here, Banff man. Vouch for your fucking place, man. Banff. I was vouching for Smodcastle. Go ahead, you sell yours.
It's the best place, I think, to see Fat Man Beyond in the world.
It's there's not a bad seat. You could literally assassinate me or Mark from any position in that place. And JC never checks for weapons. So there you go.
No droids, but weapons, sure.
No disintegrations, but you could do almost anything else.
That's true.
People always say they're like, oh my gosh, it looks so much bigger on YouTube. So like, come in, have an intimate night with us.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, do that. Watch how unsatisfying it is. Kids, tickets for that. Where do you get csmod.com, or what do you do? Eventbrite?
Eventbrite. Fatman99 at fatman99.eventbrite.com.
Why Fatman99?
99, September 9th.
There you go.
It's always the date.
Look at that, kids. Plenty of places to see us, man.
Indeed.
Okay, let's talk about what was I about to talk about before I fucking jumped into selling our shit?
Up some news.
Yeah, but what? Oh, Good Dog. Is that what it's called? Or
Yes.
Good Boy?
Good Dog.
This, I think it's who's doing it? IFC and Shudder.
Yeah.
They put this trailer out, which I just saw yesterday, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Are you serious? It did so well that they're like, we're going wide. Like they were going to do fucking, cities and put it in one or two places, a couple cities. They're going fucking wide based on the reaction because the whole fucking world is like, I will totally watch a horror movie from a dog's perspective. It's brilliant. That's Eddington smart right there. I mean, Eddington is just fucking working on a whole different level, but this is too. This sings to my clerk's soul. You know what I'm saying? Like the idea of like somebody's like, oh, I'm just gonna hang a camera on a fucking dog and like make it seems like low budget brilliance, man.
Did you see? I think it was last Oscar season. There was an animated movie called Flow. I think.
James Medlin in chat says, book it. You damn Skippy, I'll fucking book it at my theater, man, for sure. But what were you saying, Mark?
There was an animated movie called Flow, I think, last Oscar season from like Lithuania or something. Mm-hmm. No dialogue, just from a cat's point of view in a world where humans were pretty much gone. And it's a beautiful movie. It's gorgeous and like emotional, and the narrative never suffers. And like, so if you're going to tell me that there is a horror movie from the dog's POV, I can't imagine how you fucking got a dog to do all the things you needed a dog to do. Like, don't work with kids or animals. How about only animals?
I want to share with you something. Apparently, this is real. Kill Josh Petrino in chat said they even released a spoiler where you can find out if the dog lives or dies in case that is a determining factor for you and you want to know going in. I mean, that's true. That never occurred to me, but I would be, it never occurred to me that any harm would come to the dog. I just thought the dog was going to see a bunch of shit that we don't see. And I was like, that's fucked up. The trailer, like there's some critic quote with like, this dog is one of the most emotive actors ever fucking put to film. I can't wait. They sold the ticket.
It always, I would say it shocks me, except it doesn't shock me, is that we need to have a disclaimer whether or not the dog lives or dies. Fictional dog in a fictional story, you need to know going in. Nobody does that by humans. Nobody's like, are there humans going to die in here? Like, you expect them to, and you're fine if they do. But if something happens to that dog, we got a problem.
Keith Blenman in chat says 3 episodes into Alien Earth, it feels more like a Blade Runner show set in the Alien universe because they're more replicants than they are.
There's cyborgs, there's synthetics, and then there's hybrids. But it's also very much about fucking business and companies as countries.
That part I saw they made that very clear in the opening.
Yeah. So like from the Blade Runner of it, like, yeah, you're dealing with what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be more human than human? What does it mean to be a robot? All of that shit is on the surface. I'm just still fucking excited about, aliens on Earth, man. Give me that shit.
Nerd Large in chat They're still talking about the dog movie because said dog privilege. You know what? Give them all the privileges. They're all good boys and good girls. Like, ain't a damn bad one of them. Even Cujo was a good boy. Yeah, man, it is. That's, and apparently, who was it? Mutant Mo in chat says they are definitely saving the xenomorph for the pop. They haven't shown him yet.
Oh no, they have.
Have they?
Yeah. Yeah. Then the second episode, it is very much like loose in an apartment building, just doing awful shit, which is also kind of great.
Austin Garcia in chat said it's the director's personal dog in the movie.
Well, I mean,
Cat's my hero, man.
Yeah, what's taking you so fucking long to make a movie about your dogs?
I don't know. I mean, Shecky. I put her in a couple things.
Even
yeah, man.
Like, Crypto is my dog.
Michael D says Alien Earth is the prequel to Rollerball. Seems like a stretch. Let's are we into Alien? Do you want to keep talking about it? I don't have anything to add other than I watched the first episode and I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah, I mean, all I'll say is it also looks fucking huge. Like,
looks expensive. And again, well made. I mean, Noah Hawley, he did it, right?
Yeah.
The gentleman knows what he's doing. He's made many very successful programs and stuff.
He has indeed. And I think they went to Thailand to shoot. So probably like when you see Thailand as New Siam, it's called in the show, it fucking looks like it. And when they bury a spaceship in a skyscraper, like, it looks huge. This is a we spared no expense show, and I do applaud FX for just taking big fucking swings. And Noah Hawley clearly has things he's interested in. He's interested in children with adult bodies, who.
That was where I was kind of like, oh, I don't want to watch this.
Yes, I don't know how it's paying off yet. Right now, it feels a little annoying to just be like a bunch of children walking around, like, with no context for what is happening in the world. And
there's also like, why? Because they were just more suitable. Like, hey, kids are better at this than doing adults or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, they have.
I think I remember hearing a line where they were like, "Yeah, we can only make it work with kids." I was like,
yeah,
like, there you go.
Like, the kids' brains are still somewhat elastic. They haven't formed fully. The synapses are still growing.
Fair enough. Their universe, their world. But at that point, I was like, I don't know if I'm not getting invested in this.
Yeah.
The concept, the idea of like kids in a robot body or in an adult body just seems the optics, Mark.
And also, like, I just don't know how it's going to pay off other than right now being a little annoying. But hey, I'm along for the ride.
You recommend?
I do. If you're a person who likes this stuff, then I recommend it.
This is Hulu's last show ever, right? Because now Hulu's just been absorbed by Disney Plus.
Yeah, it is now just going to be we are all things to all people.
So Hulu no longer has its own app or stop, but it's a tile at Disney Plus.
Yeah. I mean, at least on my Apple TV, the Hulu tile stopped working a while ago.
Yeah. So I guess they're done.
I think they're done, which fine.
So now going forward, if there was another season of Alien Earth, would it be Hulu or would it be Disney Plus Alien Earth?
It's on FX. It's airing terrestrially on FX.
That's it. My bad.
Yeah, but then
it's on FX.
It'll live on Hulu online. It'll stream via /Disney Plus.
I know it's going to sound like he's the only person in chat. There's plenty of people, but I keep pulling up. Kill Josh Petrino said they keep trying to revive Alien. And yes, Alien is amazing, but it seems they forgot that Ripley is like 70% of the coolness of the Alien franchise.
I mean, it does strike me a little bit.
For us. Those of us who came up with it. Although Josh is younger than us. But
I'll also say that, like, for me, Alien works when it's dropping the alien into a specific kind of genre movie. The first one is a horror movie, haunted house movie. in a spaceship with an alien. The second one is a war movie with an alien. The third one is a prison movie with an alien. And then it starts to drift because we've lost the overriding pattern to impress upon it. And so, like, I didn't really swing with Covenant or Prometheus that much. I liked Romulus basically because it was doing aliens cosplay, kind of. So yeah, I am predisposed to liking it, but I'm not sure if it's good yet. It's a bit the same way with Terminator. Like, I'm not sure the Terminator is an actual ongoing piece of IP that anybody cares about. They really liked the first two movies and then stopped caring about it after that. Even if you bring back Arnold and even if you bring back Linda Hamilton, kind of nobody's that interested anymore. Like, two great movies, one great story, and not a renewable resource the way I think they hope it would be.
Let me see. Daniel Skeen asked me, Kevin, why did you change your shirt and jacket? I didn't change my jacket, but I did change my shirt because my graphic didn't begin until way later. But now I'm noticing every t-shirt's like that.
You're just keeping it fresh for the kids, man.
Yeah, we went off the air, so I was like, you know what? I don't like the gray. I'm gonna go darker. So I went with a darker t-shirt. But you know what? Fucking, I'm happy to answer that question. Leo Hale said, Disney Plus at one price and Disney Plus and Hulu is a larger price. Seems to me Hulu is still a thing. I think it's a thing within the Disney Plus app.
Right.
But I don't think Hulu has the app that you used to go to for Hulu, I think is going away.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think it is a higher.
It costs more if you want the Hulu stuff.
Right. Like, it'll just unlock all of the Hulu stuff in the app. There might be some just free shit that you're able to get with your Disney Plus membership. The stuff they want to surface to you. But if you want everything, it'll cost you a little bit more.
Let's see. Peacemaker?
I think we have all only seen one.
I know.
Doing a weekly drop.
I know. I mean, I went and watched the episode today, and I fucking made a bed picnic, got all my fucking shit together so I could get to it easily because I was settling in for what I assumed would be at least a 3-episode drop, but nay, one. 45 minutes later, I was like, hey, I got a bed full of snacks here, man. Good episode, though. I like the concept and shit.
I did too.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where it was going at first. I was a little like, okay, all right. And then they do the thing where it's, my life sucks. What if I could have a different life? What if I could have the life I always wanted? And then, you know, I'm not going to spoil the ending of it, but he finds himself kind of trapped in that life. I thought it was really smart. I think it was a really interesting way to kind of get back into that character. They are clearly kind of retconning a little bit of it from season one, where if anybody remembers the ending of season one, you met like, it's Peacemaker runs into the Justice League, and it's, you know, fucking Aquaman and Superman and
Flash.
The
controversial Flash.
Indeed. And they have since just decided that didn't happen. Instead, he runs into the Justice Gang and Superman. And the Justice Gang played by, you know, Nathan Fillion and Isabella Merced. And I don't remember if you see Corn Sweat's face or not. But
you don't. And you also don't see Mr. Terrific's face, but you see his outline, and you see Supergirl's outline as well.
Right. So like, yeah, that's how it is now. It's a little George Lucasing. Like, this is what it's always going to be now.
So do they go back and change that in the old episode?
I don't know. I haven't gone back to look at it to see if
I just rewatched Peacemaker season 1 with Jen, and you know, because she hadn't seen it, so I was like, let's fucking deep dive before we watch this. And solid, way solid. And he is becoming a wonderful actor. I mean, he's a really strong actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does. Yeah, I like him. Like what he he's convincing to me.
I think there's this wave.
But he looks like a fucking human action figure, man. When they show him from behind in the underwear, I'm like, fuck if that ain't Big Jim. You know, Mattel's Big Jim or fucking He-Man even. Like he would have been an amazing He-Man.
He would have. Yeah. Yeah, I like him and Dave Bautista as the like, we used to be wrestlers.
Dudes that came from wrestling, and The Rock too, like, but literally like really wonderful actors.
Yeah, you know, and I'm curious, like The Rock is going to be in this new Safdie film, The Smashing Machine, which it's like, you know what? Fuck it. If you dedicate yourself to the craft, if you understand you don't know what it is, and then decide you want to learn how to do the thing, here for it. And wrestlers are a bit like rappers in that so much of the job is based on persona and portraying something that you inherently aren't. And if you can then channel that skill into legit acting, like it's what Ice Cube used to say. It's like, hey man, I've been pretending to be a different version of myself since NWA. You know, every rapper does. So now you're going to ask me to act? I've been acting for a long time. LL used to say that too. It's like, I've been doing this since I was 16 years old. Like, give me a gun.
In chat, Austin Garcia said, don't have anything to add. Just want Mark to know I've had 3 different friends buy and absolutely adore Adora.
Oh,
keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Mark's book Adora, man. Getting some love.
Still on sale.
Is Cena or Senna? John Cena, right?
I think it's Cena.
Is still wrestling. James B. Smith says 10 more dates this year. So he ain't done.
No, I think he just turned heel, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. All right. Yeah, man. Peacemaker off to a good start. And I like that they brought back the spoilers, Robert Patrick, and
David Denman, I think.
Is that the guy who used to be on The Office?
Yeah, playing the previously late brother. His name Keith.
Was he in a James Gunn joint before?
I don't believe so. I could be wrong. I could very much be wrong. But yeah, like it's sweet and it's filthy. Like,
yeah, they there's an orgy.
There's a big orgy. Like, and I think it's more extreme of an orgy than the one from The Boys.
That felt a little like, I'm not approved by any stretch of the imagination, but I was like, well, I felt like it was trying. It didn't, that really, you know, other than like, hey, naked people, which is always great. It was, you know, it felt like, I don't know. It was the one in sequence where I was like, I was looking at the screen, not like, yeah, but more like, all right. Oh, we're still in it. Huh. But
one thing I kept thinking during the Peacemaker orgy scene was, I don't think I have enough people that I could call who could show up at my house and just start fucking. Like, how does this guy know 30 people ready to start fucking each other at the drop of a hat?
Truth.
I mean, maybe that's just a shortcoming in my life. I don't know that many fucking randy people.
We're just not inventive enough screenwriters, you and me.
No, my friend group is a little too puritanical, I suppose.
Okay, 123 said conservative Kev, because I was just like, I don't think the nudity was necessary. Wait. Geek Renderer says, JC Reeferberg question. Did everyone enjoy the Long Walk trailer? You know what he's talking about, Banff Man? Banff.
I don't. I haven't seen anything. I have a 6-month-old baby that doesn't sleep, so that's
It is a great trailer, though.
Like
Apparently, the movie is amazing. I know a bunch of people have seen it because they're starting
Which one?
critics. The Long Walk.
What is that?
Based on one of the Bachman books by Mr. Stephen King.
Who directed this movie? Who's in it?
Francis Lawrence directed it. He of a handful of Hunger Games movies. And if I remember correctly, directed Constantine. But it's a Stephen King story about and it was published in the same book as The Running Man. So it has a somewhat similar vibe in that in this version of the future, you can participate in something called the Long Walk. And the winner of the Long Walk receives a shit ton of money. And all the walk is, you have to keep walking. If you slow down, if you stop, you get shot. If you keep walking and you have a chance to win. And of course, you make bonds with other people on the walk, and you have to the camaraderie is what keeps you going, but you have to hope that they'll stop before you do. And it's some grim kind of dystopic future shit. And apparently the movie's very, very good. I cannot wait to see it. And I remember the book because I was a devotee of the Bachman books for a very long time. Those were 4 sort of novellas that Stephen King wrote under the pseudonym Richard Bachman, the most famous of which is The Running Man.
The Running Man. Christopher Juarez in chat said, do you think Gunn is hinting at Batmite with all the imp talk? Yeah, there was imp talk in Superman. There was imp talk in Peacemaker. And I did have to pause it and turn to my wife to be like, there are 2 very famous interdimensional imps in the DC universe. One, of course, being Batmite, Batman's biggest fan, and the other being Mr. Mxyzptlk. And, she once again looked at me like, can't believe I'd let you stick your dick in me. So, yeah, it's clearly he's getting ready to bring in the imps.
Yep. Drop his imp trowel.
Yeah, there was a lot of imp talk in the recent thing. Batmite was specifically mentioned in season 1, says Iron Tiger. Bert Bondi says, I like this late night show feel. Yeah, man, we're chilling. We're casual.
We're just leaning in, man.
Yeah, man. We're letting our hair down. Being a little more honest in the late night. They reference Bloodhaven.
They did.
Peacemaker. That was cool. In that other world.
Yeah, that's where Peacemaker is when Peacemaker Prime ends up in his multiverse.
I did not see that ending coming.
No. Smart though.
Very.
It's a good complication for your hero.
It is, and not like a Mission Impossible Final Reckoning complication where it's like now there are going to be 26 more complications introduced into that one little complication, which to be fair is a pretty big complication.
It is indeed. My one real critique of the premiere of Peacemaker, didn't love the opening credits.
I liked all the dancing, but the song doesn't do anything for me. I like the song from season 1. Do you really want to taste me?
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me. And it if you're going to update it every season, it needs a different vibe. The show, which it's weird to talk about, I suppose, but the Cosby Show used to update the opening credits every season.
They did,
and some of it was.
And look what happened there.
What new version of this song are we going to do? But there was something kind of, I don't know, marking time about it in a good way. I almost would have preferred they just left that season 1 opening credits. That's the opening credits of the show. Just let that be it, because I don't know. It didn't connect for me.
Cardboard Clown in chat said there's a coming up on and BTS after the episode. Oh yeah, I saw them both. I didn't watch them both, but I watched the this season on Peacemaker, and then I saw it had a fucking after show chat, and I was like, come on. I didn't.
10 minutes left after the credits wrapped. What's happening?
So I saw it. I was like, oh, we're getting a long episode. And then I was like, wait, we're not? Filler? What the fuck?
All right. Should we hit some news quick?
Yeah. Depeche Matt 84 said, Kevin, someone broke into my storage and stole my comic book collection from my childhood. Oh, I'm sorry, man. The only one they left was Chasing Dogma. You are the bedrock of my new collection. Yes. Kevin Smith comic books. Not even good enough to take for free when you're stealing someone's collection.
Required taste.
Newhouse maybe said, Mr. Smith, life became the comics. You just do not see it. Sad day. What are you fucking talking about? Because the nudity in Peacemaker? What are you talking about?
I don't understand.
What else we got?
Let's see. We're gonna hit some news real quick. The last one being, I'm gonna say it's sad, although every time we lose somebody, it does put things in a bit of a downer. But nevertheless, real quick, Daniel Kaluuya, who was the voice of Spider-Punk in the Beyond the Spider-Verse movies, is working on co-writing a Spider-Punk standalone movie.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Were you not just talking about somebody died?
Yeah, that'll be the end. That'll be the.
I thought you were like, somebody died, and then you're like, Daniel Kaluuya. I was like, what?
What?
I didn't fucking hear that. Oh, he's writing Spider-Punk?
He is.
That's cool.
I know. Like, we're going to get a Spider-Punk movie, which I loved Spider-Punk.
Oh, he's writing a Spider-Punk movie. I thought it was a comic book.
No,
I'm small potatoes. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that it was featured.
Yeah.
Live action or animation?
Animation.
In that style.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be in that style from the same folks at Sony. Miller and Lord Miller is producing. In addition to finally finishing the final Spider-Verse movie. But yeah, fucking give me more Spider-Punk. That was awesome. Character was a breath of fresh air.
That character was fun.
I'm always is cool. Yes, and Beyond the Spider-Verse will apparently finally be out in 2027. So one more thing to stay alive for.
What is?
Beyond the Spider-Verse, the third Spider-Verse film.
What year?
2027.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, Lord Miller. Put down Archie until you're done with your Spider-Man, would you? Did you see they're doing Archie?
I did. Tom King, comic book scribe.
He's writing a script?
He's writing the script.
But Lord and Miller are going to direct it?
I'm not sure if they're directing or just producing. They may step in and direct. As is
tell you something, man. Fucking Archie. I was there before those guys.
I know you got in early.
No, I'm sure they started that deal a long ass fucking time ago. But man, Archie is just a concept that cannot be killed.
And I wish I could put my finger on why. I don't have any real, affinity for it. I don't dislike Archie. It's just
I loved my Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob. I mean, look, I've always had love for the Archie universe and stuff, but one of my favorite things I've ever written was that comic book. Yeah, while I was writing it, it reminded me like, oh, there's gas in this tank. There's a reason that Archie's been around. It's its 80th birthday this year. 80. Archie is older than Batman, older than Superman, I believe.
Older than Captain America.
80th birthday. Archie, Jughead, Betty and Veronica, Hot Dog, Reggie, Moose, Big Ethel. They're all still fucking kicking, man. Riverdale. Happening.
I mean,
and they find a way to reincarnate this fucking thing all the time. Remember, like a minute ago, it was like a CW show, and it was all the rage with the young kids and shit.
I watched 3 seasons of that CW Riverdale, and like, I understood that.
What were the Satanic Adventures of Sabrina or whatever the fuck it was called?
Yeah, the Chilling.
Who was the guy who was like doing all that? Roberto
Aguirre Sacasa.
They got a lot of mileage out of him, man. He came to Archie with nothing but fresh ideas, and boy, oh boy, he delivered for quite some time.
Yeah, it's like, what if we set it in high school and just everybody's fucking each other? It was like,
or they were like, what if we did Archie as Twin Peaks? I mean, that's literally it.
Yeah, and they're fucking
the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. That's it. Yeah, man. Like, but now Lord and Miller and Tom King, like, that's not a pig in a poke right there. That's the serious people. And it's at Universal, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think so. And like Tom King,
serious fucking people. I mean, it just goes to show you too that like IP always rules. Like, you know, it could be even if it's 80-year-old IP, they would rather go up to bat with something that people have heard about before than something that nobody has heard about ever before.
Although, like. Yes. This summer is beginning to shift that perception. There was a story in Variety that just broke a couple of days ago that says Disney seeks original IP to win back Gen Z men amid Marvel and Lucasfilm struggles. Because this past summer, like Fantastic Four, Superman, there hasn't really been a Star Wars movie in movies. They all did very well opening weekends, but the grosses have begun to sag. There hasn't been a million grosser superhero movie since
Deadpool last summer.
Yeah, but like there's been a few between them. There's been Thunderbolts, there's been Fantastic Four, there's been Superman, there's been
Marvel has had a rough run for the last year, and then everyone thought, or at least I thought that fucking Fantastic Four was going to turn that around, but heavens no.
But it didn't. Yeah. So Brave New World, like there's just been a general sagging in the box office in the marketplace for that sort of thing. Sure, Minecraft did very well. Lilo and Stitch did very well. But what used to be bulletproof seems to be showing a little bit of fatigue. And so I love that they're looking for original IP. It's like, guys, it's just a story. Like, it's not IP yet. IP is a very specific thing. Just take pictures from people that aren't based on anything else and make movies, and maybe people will come, the way everybody used to. So yeah, it's a weird world out there where sometimes IP works and sometimes nobody knows nothing, as the great William Goldman used to say. So yeah, Spider-Punk movie, nobody knows nothing. Riverdale. Archie, being written by Tom King, produced by Lord Miller. We spoke earlier about Dave Bautista as an actor, former wrestler turned actor. He is going to be co-starring in the new Highlander film. Guess what he's playing?
I'm trying not to walk all over you, as Leo Hale told me in chat. Said, Kevin, you were walking all over Mr. Mark again. Mr. Mark.
Ooh.
So I was trying to give you as much space as possible so as to not upset Leo's delicate sensibilities. The question was, who will Batista be playing? I think he's going to be playing the Kurgan.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, I only have one thing to say. It's better to burn out than fade away.
Hello, ladies.
They better fucking put Clancy Brown in there somewhere.
I mean, he's still a vibrant, vital actor.
I'm working all the time, man.
They just did
grabs.
Didn't they do some live read of like Return of the Jedi? I think the George Lucas talk show people or whatever, and he played Vader.
Yes,
which is great. Clancy Brown is Vader, 100%.
This kills me when you say a thing and then people are like, "No, you're wrong." Captain Chronic in chat says, "Hey Kev, Peacemaker was spiraling and doing drugs prior to the orgy because he was depressed with life and hardcore. That was the message of the scene." Did you remember me ever saying, I don't know what the message of that scene was? I'm not trying to brag here, but like fucking I do write for a living. Like,
words are my business.
that's not what I said, but that none of what you said necessarily means that, you know, everyone has to be naked and fucking. That was it.
Yeah. There are other ways to show a depressive spiral other than
I got all that without the orgy. In fact, that took me out of his depressing spiral because I was like, well, this is trying. Trying to do so. It felt like it did feel like what's the boys doing? Either that or it felt like, you know, James was like, I was so squeaky fucking clean with Superman all summer. This is where I let my hair down. And again, it didn't ruin the episode for me. It wasn't, and I'm not like, you know, fucking conservative by any stretch of the imagination, but I was just like, it's a lot.
It's a lot that doesn't get you very much.
Blaster Master goes, Kevin is just bashful about nudity in his old age. I'm not at all. I fucking love nudity, man. But like, I respected and liked seeing all the nudity. Story-wise, though, I was just like, whatever. It's a boy. I forgot. Every once in a while, you say a thing and people are like, hey, it's the internet, asshole.
Yeah.
F. Kusuma says Kevin is not media literate. Kevin is not media illiterate. I don't know. Maybe I am because I misread that. James B. Smith says it was prime bisexual representation, Kev. I will say absolutely. Like, I felt there was a lot of representation going on in the orgy scene. And I also like that they did last season and this season. They got like him with dudes. Like they allude to the fact that, you know, he'll fuck anybody. So again, I got no problems with any of this. Lonely one goes, tomorrow's news headline: Kevin Smith bashes James Gunn's choice of nudity of Peacemaker.
Yep.
Anyway,
yes, I look forward to the call you get from a big
respect though for the dick shots, man. A lot of dick shots. Holy
100%.
shit! May we talk about a dick shot like that I wasn't expecting, but it really like changed my opinion of maybe not the person, but just like holy shit. Eddington at one point in the movie, and it's the weirdest part that you would never imagine or see coming, but full frontal Joker nudity. Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin lets a little Joker out.
Not little Joker.
Mm-hmm.
He's he might as well. Let me see. I maybe what would be a good.
He goes full Johnny Cash.
He's the Joker's letting his penguin hang, and it's a knee shooter, man. It's a very impressive dick. There's a lot of nudity talk in this show tonight, and I'm not just now going like, hey, I like nudity just to fucking.
And it's mostly dicks, which you know.
There was a shot of the dude in Peacemaker who was the opposite of
small dicks represent
Joaquin Phoenix. I felt seen. I'll be honest with you. I was just like, oh my God, finally some representation from me and my people on television.
My man.
Yeah, man. Fucking, I did not expect to see Joaquin Phoenix's giant fucking dick tonight, but I did.
Okay.
Yet another thing that he's just way better at than me. Way better at than me. You know, acting, dicking, fucking. He's good. He's good. He should get nominated for that movie. That dude fucking disappears into that part. You stop thinking about him as Joaquin Phoenix. He's a pretty fucking, I mean, he's won Oscars, so we know that, but he's pretty fucking amazing in that movie. And again, we started our conversation way long ago talking about how that was almost a 3-hour movie, and so was Mission Impossible, and you could not imagine two more different films.
Yeah. However, that is what started us on what is now a 2-hour and counting podcast. I love every minute of it. Small dicks, big dicks, 28 dicks later.
It is, yeah, man. It's a lot of. You just said it too. But Flicks You Can Feel said, "Did I catch 28 inches later?" I did. I saw it 28. Well, number one, I saw it 28 days later, and I fucking loved it.
I haven't seen it. I missed it.
I can't believe how much I enjoyed that movie. Fuck, that was a satisfying watch. I was at home. I forget the other two. I know the first one was shot on like video. I remember that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the other two, and I did not do a rewatch. I just sat in for this, and it's a good ass fucking movie, man. I had a good time.
Another movie shot on a fucking iPhone.
They shot 28 years later on an iPhone?
Yeah.
Bro, seriously? Because it is fucking gorgeous. Like, I can't remember another movie more recently where that many times I turned to my wife and I was like, it's fucking stunning. Like, he did these gigantic fucking wides, like aerial wides, and that was on an iPhone?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, granted, I don't know what the processing is like on the other side. I'm not sure if they're adding lenses to what is already on, if the iPhone is just a capture method, but the lensing is different. But it's fucking iPhone, man.
But 28 years later, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, 28 years later.
That being said, the reference originally in chat was about 28 inches later, because there's a dude who plays like the alpha zombie or whatever the fuck, who has a gigantic fucking Warhammer, just another knee shooter straight down to the fucking, I don't know how do you live with something that fucking huge? It's like having when you see those people that have an absorbed twin, like it goes beyond a dick into like, well, that's a third fucking leg. That's another appendage.
You got a prehensile dick.
Truly. This is crazy. But like, could you imagine? I saw an interview someplace or a pull quote from the guy where, he was just like, it's famous now, I guess.
Me and my dick.
Yeah. Like, how could you not be? Hats off, man. That and the dog haunted movie. The fuck? Proof that we are in the right simulation after all.
Two great tastes that taste great together. Dogs and giant dicks.
The trophy scars goes like bigger than most. That was beyond bigger than most. That was
the mountain.
I mean, that, like, how do you find somebody who's like, I'm ready?
I'm ready. It's my big dick, Jack. I'm ready to go.
Truly. Trailblazer 710 said they have an array with like 50 iPhones in one behind the scenes shots. Wow.
That's intense.
All right. What else we got, man?
There are two actors who had been in classic X-Men movies who have viewed their returning to the roles for Avengers Doomsday in sort of different ways. James Marsden is talking about coming back as Cyclops in Avengers Doomsday.
Yay. I always liked him. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, I'm getting a little longer to play, to put on a superhero costume. He was excited to be part of something gigantic. He's like, I spent 20 years listening to people say, when are you coming back? Now he's fucking back. Alan Cumming, on the other hand, says that playing Nightcrawler in Avengers Doomsday was very healing after his terrible experience in X2 X-Men United.
He didn't have a good time?
Apparently he didn't have a good time.
He's wonderful in that movie.
He's great, but apparently he had gone on record before talking about how awful it was to be in like 4 to 5 hours of makeup every day. But he had as apparently many others did, difficulties working with Bryan Singer.
He said that?
Yeah. And then there was a THR story with Alan Cumming, and THR linked back to an earlier story about what was going on the set of X-Men. And if you've never heard that stuff, you can dig it all up. But
whenever I went up to shoot something in Vancouver, like I did the Reaper pilot, or when I did the CW shows, invariably there were people that worked on X2, and fucking stories are nuts. Like, none of these people know each other. None of them have anything to gain by fucking lying. And every story, you're just like, how? Like, how the fuck was that allowed?
Yeah. I mean,
that's a fucking hell of a movie.
I'll read this bit from THR. Said that Singer's behavior grew erratic and destructive, culminating in a fight between the director and producer Tom DeSanto that shut down production. Sources who were present say that DeSanto attempted to halt shooting when he learned that Singer was incapacitated after taking a narcotic. Some crew members had taken the same drug, and DeSanto became fearful that someone on set could be injured. All of the main cast, with the exception of Ian McKellen, were in the scene that day, which takes place in the X-Jet and comes near the end of the movie. But Singer was defiant and continued shooting, leading to a botched stunt that left Hugh Jackman bleeding on camera. No stunt coordinator was present because the scene was supposed to be shot the following day. Let's see. The X-Men producer who did have the authority to stop production did so, but the next day the studio appeared to take sides with Singer and told DeSanto to return to Los Angeles. That prompted the main cast members, minus Ian McKellen and Rebecca Romaine, all dressed in their full X-Men costumes, to converge in Singer's trailer and confront him, threatening to quit if Tom DeSanto left. That's when Halle Berry, famously said to Singer, "You can kiss my black ass." A line that has been off-reported in many years, but never with the current backstory.
First time hearing it. I never knew she said that, really?
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you, man, like, fucking, they all worked with him again.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Although Singer didn't do X-Men 3.
No, he came back.
He eventually came back, but that was with the new cast.
No, he came back for the Days of Future fucking Past, so he did both casts.
Yeah.
I don't know for a fact that she never worked with him again, but I think she did.
I don't know if Halle Berry...
And everyone talks about hating this guy, but like, they all come back for the money.
Yeah, I guess so.
All come back for the job. And, you know, why not? Of course, you're getting paid like 10, 20 million bucks.
Yeah, why not? The Batman 2 is finally going to get in front of cameras next year.
What is?
Batman 2. Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
Follow-up.
Is still going to be outside the current DCU?
You know, apparently.
On sandbags?
Apparently. You know, this was all part of a letter to the shareholders that came out sort of last week, explaining what was happening with Batman, aiming for an October 1st, 2027 theatrical release. Matt Reeves just completed the script in June. Elsewhere in said financial shareholders report that James Gunn is already preparing to write the next installment in the Super family. They're not saying Superman 2, and they're not saying what it is exactly, other than next installment. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it, really. I mean, Gunn came to Reeves' defense about how long it's taking the second Batman film to come. And Reeves says, like, listen,
take your time.
Yeah, he's like, a 5-year gap is more or less fairly common in sequels. 7 years between Alien and Aliens, 14 years between The Incredibles, 7 years between Terminators, 13 years between Avatars, 36 years between Top Guns, and 6 years between Guardians Volume 2 and Volume 3. People should get off Matt's nuts, because it's like, let the guy write the screenplay in the amount of time he needs to write it. Just the way it is. He doesn't owe you something because you like his movie. I mean, you like the movie because of Matt, so let Matt do the things the way he does things. Fair.
Can we talk about fucking... do you have the story there about the fight on the Avengers?
Oh, there's a fight on the Avengers?
Yeah, there's a blind item that two huge fucking actors got into it on the set of Doomsday.
Ooh.
And people were speculating at first. They were going like, oh, it's got to be Chris Pratt and Pedro, because there couldn't be more different politically, I guess. But nobody knows. Nobody's confirmed it. But the story that's out there everywhere today is that it was RDJ and Ryan Reynolds.
Allegedly, but yes.
Allegedly, indeed. Wild, right?
That's crazy. I mean,
when Hollywood superstars fight.
But also, why?
I saw a story. I don't know if it's true or not. Again, fucking, it was online and stuff. But somebody was like, oh, he said something about his wife, and then he said something about his wife and shit, like joking. But then joking got out of control. I don't know. But now they're changing the fucking script, they said, so that those two actors don't have to work together anymore. Now, let me tell you something. If you were lower down in that cast list, I don't think you making Kevin Feige or the Russo brothers change anything.
Yep.
So in order for that to be a thing, and again, this is all speculation, I guess, rumors, but rumors have a way of being true. Sometimes there's very few people that could dictate who gets to be on set when, you know what I'm saying? So I sounds like the RDJ Ryan Reynolds thing has some fucking water to it, some credence to it. I don't know.
You know, I will also say that, like, these movies are often being written and rewritten all the way through post. Like, whether or not it was because of a conflict that the script is still in flux, or they took advantage of the fact that the script was in flux. There's like, yeah, no, that's fine. We can keep these two alphas from each other's orbits for a while. But yeah, that's egos, man. It's the, you know,
allegedly,
who is the linchpin to the Marvel Cinematic Universe? One guy who, quote unquote, saved the grosses of a studio for a year with their most recent movie. The other guy,
Marvel Jesus,
you know, who is a reverent player in this universe versus who is a jester.
Zori Severino Jr. in chat said the person that came up with this rumor flat out denied that it was RDJ or Ryan Reynolds. Oh, there you go.
I mean, all I hope is that it manifests.
Who could it be?
As ridiculously as when The Rock and Vin Diesel were feuding.
That was a real fight, right?
Of like Fast and the Furious 6 or 7, where they are not even close to being on the same screen at the same time, even though characters are in the same scenes. It is just like, we're just slicing this and dicing it, and we're cutting it together to pretend as if they're in the same place. But boy, are they not even here. Not even close.
Master Teacher says it's definitely RDJ and Ryan, because it was out there leaked when YouTubers were saying it was Evans and RDJ, then RDJ and Pedro Pascal.
Oh, boy, that seems like a fun set.
I mean, I guess they got a lot of personalities, right? I can't wait to see that movie, though.
You know?
Although I said that about Fantastic Four as well. And I enjoyed seeing Fantastic Four. No regrets.
Our final story is our obituary of this week, which again feels like we're having too many of these in too short an order. But the great Terrence Stamp passed away.
When? I had my head up my ass all week. I got involved in a writing project, man, that was like, it came out of like left field for me. And I was like, wait a second. And I adapted. Why am I fucking? So my comic book series that I did for my own label, Secret Stash Press, we publish Quick Stops. Issue 1 is out on stands right now. It's the Chasing Amy comic. I got a couple comics on stands right now, man.
Oh yeah, you do.
Hell yeah. And the Quick Stops #1 is on stands. I published 2 books through Secret Stash Press. Dark Horse Comics is our parent. One is called Quick Stops, which previously mentioned Volume 3, Issue 1 is on stands right now. But I did a book called Masquerade with Andy McAlfish and John Sprengelmeyer.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a bug up my ass. And this week I adapted my R8 issues into a feature film script.
Cool.
I think I'm going to direct it.
I think you should.
Yeah, I was sitting there going like, everyone's always like, we going to do a comic book movie? I'm like, nah, I'm not really cut out for that kind of shit. But this is mine. So I think I'm cut out for mine. Like, came up with it with the boys. So I spent a week like just fucking taking 8 issues of comic and turning it into a 120-page screenplay. It took I thought it would be pretty like, oh, it's just going to edit. It's cut and pasting. But I had to do like a lot of rewriting and moving things around and stuff. But very happy with it. So anyway, I missed. Is Zod has fallen?
On August 17th, the great Terrence Stamp, Oscar nominee, most beloved for General Zod in Superman and Superman 2. And
also to Wong Fu.
Yeah, well, The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
That was it. My bad. My bad. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yeah, and The Limey, Far from the Madding Crowd. I mean, the dude he was 87 years old, had been working for 6 decades, has done a bunch of amazing shit. And,
referenced in my work, my second film, Jason Mewes' Jay knocks out to LaFours and says, "Come, son of Jor-El, kneel before Zod, Stoogie Boochies." Speaking of my work, today they tell me is the 24th anniversary of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Well done.
24 years ago, Hollywood had it coming. Fucking lifetime ago. Wow, the great Terrence Stamp, man, legendary work.
Yeah. One bit that I discovered in reading a couple of obits about him is that he had been approached to replace Sean Connery as James Bond before they gave the role to Roger Moore.
Me and Dave pointed out that he helped take down Gordon Gekko. That's right.
He did.
He was in Wall Street as well.
Before they landed on Roger Moore, and before they even went to Lazenby, they had spoken to Terrence Stamp about replacing him. But according to Stamp, his radical ideas about how he could interpret the character put off the production team. I think my ideas about it put the Frighteners on it. I did not get a second call from producer Harry Saltzman. I would like to have seen the fucked up version of James Bond that Terrence Stamp wanted to play.
Bamf.
Hey, it's Bamf Man.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't point out he was also Chancellor Valorum.
Chancellor Valorum.
In
I know.
Star Wars Episode 1.
Yeah, we would get there. I figured as much. But yes, he's also, he touched many a franchise, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
I think he also had some things to say about George Lucas's directing. Wasn't he the one who was like, had a scene with Natalie Portman, and George Lucas taped a picture of her on a green screen and told me to act to that. I think that was him.
Why do you say these things when you know I will kill you for it? Well, as we say on Hollywood Babylon, huge bucket of win. Made my childhood better.
Absolutely. Fucking Terrence Stamp was all-star. That's all I got, man.
That's it, huh?
All the news. Hoping a bunch of shit happens so we have news to cover on Sunday.
Mark's got an excellent point, kids. Sunday. We are going to be doing Fat Man Beyond at Smodcastle, man. Let me pull up some dates for you, kids.
Do it.
Tell you what's going on, man. August 28th and 29th, that's Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be in Miami at the Miami Improv. So if you're in Florida, take the fucking ride down. Tickets at csmod.com or Miami Improv. Then on Sunday, well, on Saturday, I'm going to be up there doing a Guar show at Smod Castle, but that's sold out. The next night, some of that right there, Fat Man Beyond at Smod Castle Cinemas, 8:31, man. At what time are we doing that show?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. early bird show. Tickets at csmod.com. Are you in Buffalo? I'm about to shuffle off to Buffalo, man. I'm going to Buffalo on September 5th and the 6th. But then I'm coming back to Los Angeles. Where in Buffalo am I going? I'm going to Helium Comedy Club, kids. 2 nights, 4 shows, 7 o'clock, 9:15, 7 o'clock, and 9:30, September 5th and September 6th. Tickets at csmod.com. Then me and Mark are going to be doing Fat Man Beyond live at the Scum and Villainy Cantina in Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard. Myth Banff, man. Right there, the home of the blue milk. Hey, Banff, man, how's the place doing in this tough economy? Tariffs hitting you at all?
It's without getting into it, LA's
I would imagine it like cans, right? Aluminum cans.
It's and the ice thing isn't helping any businesses.
Ice. I thought I was like, they're put tariffs on ice now? Come on.
No,
frozen water.
The tariffs haven't hurt us as bad as fires and ice. Like comic villains.
Yeah, fires and ice.
Yeah, we're okay. We're getting by. We know what we're doing.
Come see me and Mark right there, man.
Yeah.
On November 9th. Come support.
In October, we're going to be in Chicago.
That's right. We're going to be doing Fat Man Beyond October 10th to the 12th.
Yeah.
I believe so. At Chronicon. Chronicon ever, my friends. But wait, that's in October.
That's in October.
September 12th and 13th, I'm going to be in Eugene, Oregon at the Olson Run Comedy Club. I'm doing a lot of clubs, as you can see. For 2 nights, September 12th and 13th. Then on September 20th, me and Jay are in Vegas at the Venetian. Then I'm in Austin, Texas, man, at Cap City Comedy Club, September 23rd and the 24th. 2 nights of shows. Then I go to El Paso, Texas on September 25th for the El Paso Film Festival.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, man. I think we're doing some Dogma action there. Then Chronicon on October 10th through October 12th. It's we call it Chicago, but it's the Rosemont Convention Center. When you leave O'Hare Airport, 1 exit down. That's what it would be. Chronicon in real life, kids. We had a blast last year. We're doing it again this year. It's a pop culture convention. Tickets at csmod.com. October 10th to the 12th. That happens a long weekend. Me and Mark doing our show.
Oh, yeah.
Me and others doing other shows. Me and Jay are doing Archie Meets Jay and Silent Bob live.
Ooh, very cool.
My God, they will not stop booking me. October 24th and 25th, I'm doing 2 nights in Raleigh, North Carolina at Good Nights Comedy Club, man. 7 o'clock, 9:15, 7 o'clock, and 9:30. Sensing a theme here, Mark?
I like these 2 nights.
Lots of comedy work here. Mm-hmm. When you don't have a movie, I go clubbing. Comedy clubbing. Helium Comedy Club in Alpharetta, Georgia. November 7th and the 8th. 7 o'clock, 9:15, 7 o'clock, 9:30. Alpharetta, man. Hey, Georgia, I'm on my way. Then Dallas, Texas on November 13th, me and Jay doing the oral sex tour there at the Texas Theater, where they got Oswald back in the day. We're entering into living history. November 13th, man. Tickets at csmod.com. Then, almost done, kids. November 14th, I'm going to Skank Fest in New Orleans, where I belong, with all the skanks. It's at Mardi Gras World in New Orleans.
I didn't know Skank Fest was a thing, but I like the sound of that.
It is, and I'm there. And then, of course, in 2026, my friends, Cruise Askew 2.
Doing it.
February 18th to the 22nd. 4 days at sea with Jay and Silent Bob on the high seas.
Indeed.
Jay and Silent Bob are seamen all over you. Tickets at seasmount.com, or that one is Jay and Silent Bob Cruise Askew. Jay and Silent Bob's cruiseaskew.com. That's me for the next few months, man. You want to see me live? I'll be places. You can fucking be like, hey, look at him. That's what he looks like in real life.
So many places.
So many places. Shall we do some Q and some A?
Let's fucking do it, man.
Let's do it.
Bamf. Okay. Let's see. Leo Hale asked early in the show, if you were both to work on the same project again, what script would you guys want to do? What project?
Which one? Say again.
If you guys were to collaborate on another project, what would the dream project be? Yeah.
I thought of Mark today at one point. Remember we were doing the Green Hornet cartoon?
Yeah.
A couple years ago. Me and Mark got hired to do a Green Hornet cartoon, man. It was just dope. And we created an entire fucking series and shit. And then it didn't wind up going someplace.
He wrote 8 episodes, 10 episodes? Yeah. 8 episodes.
It was good times.
It was.
We got paid, but
I'll take it.
I always like to see shit. But they did opening animation for the show, and it was fucking dynamite. So yeah, what would we do? Let me see.
We'll find a thing.
Yeah. Hopefully they give Mark a show, and then Mark's like, "You want to write an episode?" I'll be like, "Yeah."
Come on, let's go.
And vice versa. God, I would love a TV show.
Yeah.
And not even like the Kevin show, but I'm just talking about like having a show, because then I'd hire all my friends and shit.
That's the most fun.
There's a lot of people I know who are writers who are not employed right now.
More are unemployed than are employed. So,
and things are tough all over.
Yeah, sadly. We'll find a thing for sure.
Zen Tonka pointed out that Dogma was name dropped on Chance the Rapper's new album. I saw that.
Very nice.
Saw that. Apparently, Mark, I've entered the culture.
You have. You are.
They remember me.
You're still
still relevant.
Vital part of the culture.
What could we do good? Like if they were like, here, man. Like, I'm not saying this is I would kill or die to do this, but you know how they did like X-Men 87 and shit or whatever the fuck, 97.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if they were like, all right, you two just go redo the Super Friends?
That'd be fun.
Like, oh my God. Could you imagine? Gather together in this hall of justice. I mean, we're halfway there. You're sitting in front of it.
I know. There's always the shot of like, Big Jim Gunn will call and be like, listen, Kev, it's time. The question. Go.
Not after me going like too much nudity in fucking episode 1. He was just about to call me and then he's like, oh, too much nudity?
Fine.
Try hard, am I?
I'm going to take these tiny naked dick money and I'll give it to somebody else.
It's all right. I didn't wait for anybody to start my career. I'm not waiting for anybody to keep it going. That's always the future is lied in your own hands, Thomas, as it always has. Is that so, my lord? Well, then I'll keep a good grip on it. That's me biting from fucking Tom Stoppard, bitch. Doing a little Man for All Seasons. Ooh. All the kids love that. Gen Z loves when I drop lines from 1969 Academy Award winning motion picture. Man for All Seasons.
I'm in the culture, kids. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to reboot Josie and the Pussycats in outer space.
I'm in. Oh my God. I know you didn't offer me a job, but I'm in anyway.
Well, no, I mean, that's the thing that, the question
that we're doing together.
Fucking let's do Josie.
Bam, 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 bam. Josie and the Pussycats. Long tails and ears for hats. Guitars and shorts and flats. Neat, groovy song. Everybody come along. Hurry, hurry.
That'll be fun. Call us.
I got to let them pop up in Archie Meets Jay and Silent Bob. Third act takes place at a Josie and the Pussycats concert.
Oh, amazing.
And they reference like that they just got back from a tour in India, Bangkok, and France. So those are the three cities that they reference in the opening theme song.
Like, if fucking K-pop demon hunters can take over the world, give us another girl group and let us fucking make a movie.
Yeah, I don't know if we're the optics that they want behind the rebirth of Josie and the Pussycats. I'm sure they would find a female creator.
They might, but like, just let us in there first, and then hire a bunch of very smart women to rewrite us and make it all better.
Oh, I'll take that. Josie and the Pussycats, long tails and ears for hats. I did. Me and the kid wrote a pilot. We got hired to write a pilot, but it didn't go anywhere. For Jam, she's truly outrageous.
I remember that.
Truly outrageous. Whoa, Jam, and a Bible, like all that shit. Every once in a while, I'm like, like I'm pitching another thing now, and then I'm pitching another thing, and I've been pitching like crazy. And I think about like, why am I doing it? And then I remember a conversation that I had with J.J. Abrams once. J.J. Abrams I said, man, sometimes I wish I was like you, so I just get anything made. And he goes, is that how it looks? I said, yeah, man, you got like 9 shows on TV and stuff. And he goes, ask me how many things I've pitched that didn't get picked up. And I was like, how many? He goes, tons. He's going, you see the things that like get picked up. He's going, well, I'm in rooms all the time fucking selling shows, but they don't get bought. That made me feel a little better. Just a little better. If a J.J. Abrams has to, fucking sell his wares and shit.
There's a show that I was chasing for a while. And I got close on it. I very much wanted to do an animated TV series version of The Secret of Nim.
I remember you saying this before.
And like I got as far as a meeting with Don Bluth, where I pitched him my version of it. It's like, yeah, it's fucking Game of Thrones, but with fucking rats and mice. And it's warring families, and it's progress, and it's human experimentation. It's all of these things, but like, let's build a world underground of these rodent kingdoms and how they're fighting for dominance while living under the threat of, are they going to till this fucking soil? Are they going to just plow the fields? And like Don Bluth at like 90 years old was like, yeah, that sounds cool. The problem was that MGM, I think, had the rights to it, and they wanted to do a movie, a big like CG movie. And I was like, guys, it's a show. I swear to God, it's a show.
Has it happened yet?
It hasn't happened yet. And this was like 4 years ago, I think, that I had these conversations with Don Bluth. And maybe they'll finally relinquish it. But like, if they ever do, I'm going to give you a call.
Please do. I'm in.
Because let's do fucking Rats of Nim.
I'm in.
Nicodemus.
Rats of Nim. Let me tell you something. It is probably stupid to admit, but yeah, I feed a lot of birds and squirrels in my out here is like a, what would you call it? It's not a yard, but right outside this door, I got like a patio, I guess, a little private balcony patio affair. Big hedges and shit, and fence and whatnot, so dogs can't get out. So, got these 2 trees over it. So fucking doves, all sorts of birds hang out. And I put out like bird seed every morning and shit, like I'm a farmer. And just peanuts, lots of peanuts and shells for all the squirrels. So the thing about putting food out is, you can't put a sign that says squirrels and birds only. Nature doesn't, nature hungry all over and shit. And food on the ground is fair game. So I've been seeing quite a few rats.
No.
Now, before anyone gets freaked out or whatnot, when one thinks of a rat, of course, they think of like New York City rat, subway rat,
pizza rat,
rats around garbage cans. These rats were very like, I was like, this can't be a rat. His ears are too round. He's too well put together. He looks. Yeah, he was. It was just he looks like an oversized mouse. So for a long time, I was like, nah, those are just big mice. Which I guess maybe some would argue that's what a rat is, but I don't think so. I think they're two different species, aren't they? Mice and rats. Well, I looked him up. I had Andy McAlfresh, my smart friend. He was over here, and he was just like, there's rats outside. I was like, yeah, I see them all the time and shit. I said, it's really been changing my way, like thinking. I've always been like biased, like everybody else, like rats, what the fuck? But I watch them sit out there and eat, and they're goddamn adorable. Like, and these rats are very well kept. They got great coats. They look good. They're good looking rats. I don't want them in the house. I don't know if I've got a choice in that sort of thing, but they're not. Apparently, I looked it up. It's called a palm rat. So it's a breed of rat that lives in like palm trees and stuff. But they're not. There's a disease carrying. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they got a hantavirus. What do I fucking know? But I got to tell you, man, it's been turning me around on rats. Like where I'm like, well, why? Why don't I fucking like this guy? Like, is that why? Why do I like the squirrel? Because he's got puffier tail. Like these rats, they just don't have a good publicist.
Yeah, I mean, a fluffy tail goes a long way, man.
You're not fucking kidding, man. But I've been opening up my heart. I've been watching them. I put the seat out and I'm cuck them through the window and shit. And like they'll race out, fucking chow down and race away, and then race out, chow down. They live their lives in utter fear, man. Their heartbeat must be like a zillion miles a minute. But it's
board for them.
It's kind of, it's one of those things. I was just handed a bunch of shit as a child, right? Like fucking Jesus and fucking Santa and fucking, these are the laws and all that shit. And I just, one of the things I was handed was like, rats bad. And I don't know. What's the diff? Rat and a squirrel.
Well, the only thing I will say is that apparently the bubonic plague is back. Somebody caught it in South Lake Tahoe, I think, like the literal fucking plague. And so all I'm going to say is maybe don't be so cozy with the rats, because that's.
Yeah, man. I'm not saying.
This is not the time to be fucking around.
I guess.
Carrying vermin.
I guess. Somebody said, Ben Bamboo said, this is the type of woke even I can't be down with. I don't think that's woke. I don't think that has anything to do with woke. I'm an animal person. But for years, I'd been one of those animal people that's like, no to rats and shit. And I'm not saying I'm going to go out and hug a bear. No, but I'm feeding squirrels and birds. What am I going to stand out there with a fucking shotgun to keep the rats away? It makes no sense. They got to eat. Rats got to eat. I don't want the plague, though. Why'd you bring that up? There is penicillin, Joshua Paul Perkins pointed out. And
yeah, we'll see for how much longer this penicillin.
Good point. Yeah, truly. I guess it's not the time. I'm like, sorry, rats.
Not the time to be fucking with just fucking diseases. So yeah, that's the thing we'd all work on. Question.
Stanley and chat. Hey, fuck you, Mark. Stanley and chat said rats are fine, Mark. There you go. That's all I need. All I needed was Stanley to get my back. Thank you, Stanley.
Way to go, Stan.
Mean Dave says, Mark with the rat sympathy intervention. Man, fucking listen to you. You're like, the plague's back. A couple minutes ago, you were like, I want to make my fortune off the back of a fictional rat.
I will happily exploit the fictional rats and the real rats if I can. I'm going to be a little dodgy about inviting them into my house for dinner.
Trophy Scar says plague rats are not a thing.
Plague rats are not a thing?
Plague rats are not a thing. What does this say? Mark Avery says hantavirus is just as bad as the Black Plague. They don't all have hantavirus, do they? This is a palm rat, Mark. I mean, or 5 of them. I can't tell. There's so many of them. Sometimes it looks like it's 3, sometimes 5. I don't know. But
I love that we've turned into a very specific version of Wild Kingdom.
I don't want people like think I'm just crazy. My whole I came from New Jersey, and some people regard New Jersey as like fucking that's only the strong survive or what. Never saw a rat in my life in New Jersey. Wasn't until I lived in the Hollywood Hills, ladies and gentlemen. But we live in the hills, as Mark will fucking back up. And when we say the hills, I mean the hills. My house is built into a fucking side of a hill. I don't know who did it. Well, I do know because I met somebody years ago. It's like, oh my God, I was in this house when they were building it 30 years ago. I was, get the fuck out of here, man. He's like, yeah, it was built by this crazy dude who was like, I bought a piece of property. I'm going to build a house into a mountain. So we're in the earth. I'm in a room right here that is not a cellar because it's not underground. I could walk out my door and be there, but it is pushed into the side of a mountain. There's mountain all around me, or hill. They call it hill. I call it mountain. So nature is I can't avoid nature. We got coyotes, we got fucking deer, which means we could have deer ticks. And from New Jersey, I assume every deer is fucking deer ticked and stuff. But yeah, we get all sorts of live things. And I really feel like I don't think it's woke at all to be fucking, hey man, I draw the line at rats. This is a palm rat. His ears are way rounder. He looks like a cartoon. Also, he looks like a chinchilla. Do you ever go into a pet store and they sell those chinchillas and you're like, holy shit, this is like a giant fucking mouse. Yeah. That's what it looked like to me. Maybe it is a chinchilla. We don't know.
It's the mouse shadow on the third moon that we call Muad'Dib.
Muad'Dib. Oh. Are they done or are they making another one of those?
They're shooting Dune, the third one right now, if not already wrapped. But they're fucking Denis does not fuck around. He's like, if we're going to do 3, we're going to do Dune Messiah. You're going to get your Dune Messiah before I do James Bond.
Swisted Films in chat said, are you still punching owls, Kev? I have an amazing fucking story to share. You know what? It ain't amazing. The story where I punched the owl, that was fucking amazing. I didn't punch him. I hit him with a pool toy. The story, though, we were away. We went to Florida. And so when we got home, Raina was like, hey, man, there was an owl in the pool. And I was like, what? And, I was like, that's fucked up. And then Jennifer's like, well, why don't you look? You got security cameras. And I was like, you're right. So I went and fucking looked. It was crazy. So there's this camera that's on the top, the way the house is set up on the top deck, built right into the mountain. Mm-hmm. It's a pool. It's not a huge pool. It's like, would you call it a plunge pool? You can't really do laps in it and shit, but it's a pool. So there's a camera that looks over to that pool, and because the doors are there and shit. So what you see is the owl comes in, swoops in, and he lands on this large pot behind the pool. And he's looking at the pool, and then he flies down to, there's a hot tub connected to the pool, which we have never used. But he flew to the top of the hot tub and stood there for a minute or two, not even 30 seconds. Then he flew to the fucking stairs of the pool and literally got in the water. He just stepped onto the first step of the pool and he was just sitting there, I guess, cooling his ass off. And so there's no sound, but you see him just lingering, just sitting on the top step in the water. Then he looks in the direction of the camera because I guess the dogs are barking from like the doors. So what my man does is he gets off the step, puts his wing on the side of the pool, and goes down a few feet further away from the door. Almost the same way if you were on the side of the pool and you were going from the low end to the deep end, and you put your hand on the pool as you're heading to the deep end. It's literally what this fucking dude was doing. And his wingspan was huge. So then you see on the footage, Raina opens the door and Birdie, the smaller of the two German Shepherds, goes racing the fuck out, sees the owl, turns the fuck around, races back in the house, like terrified. He's like, what the fuck is that? This owl was just chilling out in the pool. So I guess because the dogs, the owl, like, and didn't get freaked out or whatever, but he wasn't near a stair. So he was just kind of freebirding it in the water. And so Raina got like the pool net and put him on the deck. And she said he hung out there for like 6 hours. And then he just fucked off. Now, remember I mentioned like we got birds and squirrels and rats. Like that's why the owl was there.
Hell yeah.
He's on the hunt, man. And I got two German Shepherds too who are constantly on the hunt. Before I let the dogs out, I pound on the door so that there are any fucking rats or squirrels in the yard, they'll fuck off because here come the hunters. And I let them out, and they're fucking scary. Like, I'm glad we're friends because if I was a squirrel or a rat, fucking good God. I've seen what happens when they get their fucking mitts on them. Like, they are relentless and shit. So they go racing out the door. Like, it's like they wait for fucking hours. Like, I can't wait to go out there and just fucking bite a squirrel. So I always have to pound on the glass to let the wildlife know, here come the fucking holy terrors.
Kevin, life is a smorgasbord, a veritable orchestra.
All right. Was that question one?
That was question one.
Fair enough.
All right. So the answer is Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah.
We've got a mountain lion in my neighborhood.
Do you really?
It ate 2 goats the other day down the street.
Also have goats in your neighborhood?
I was gonna say that's the bigger story. Who's got fucking goats?
Yeah, we've got like some farm type properties around us. So yeah, goats and pigs and cows, or a lot of horses. But yeah, a mountain lion came down and ate 2 goats. I've got a waterfall. My house backs into a mountain, and I've got a waterfall that runs down, I don't know, 50 feet. And so all the wildlife comes and hangs out. So I've seen bobcats and mountain lions, a lot of raccoons hanging out, splashing around in that.
I have not seen a mountain lion, and I've never seen a bear, and I have no interest in seeing a bear.
The bears are scary.
Yeah, I don't want. Have you ever seen one over there?
Not
Jeff
at my
Anderson
house.
would get bears by his house all the time. He said, like big ass bears. You see him on a Ring camera and shit, just walking around.
One of my good friends works at JPL NASA, and he lives like a few miles east of me in La Cañada, and he's got bears in his backyard every day. He'll send me pictures. He's like, I can't let the kids out because the bears come and they open up the barbecue and they eat the stuff off the barbecue, and then they go jump in his neighbor's pool.
Nah.
I mean, they don't, I know this goes without saying, and it's not news, but none of those animals recognize ownership or property rights. They don't get like, this is mine. They're like,
Yeah.
Look at this map. This is
my square footage. Yeah. Well, we got animals out here in California, kids. I mean, what I like about being here is when I see deer, they are generally alive. When I go to Jersey, when I see deer, they're always dead on the side of the road. Like the New Jersey state flag should be a dead deer on the side of the road. They cannot stop fucking meeting the traffic out there. It's heartbreaking. All right, question 2.
Right. Question 2 from Mean Dave. If you guys were going to make the next Mission Impossible movie, what would it be called? What would happen? What's the elevator pitch on this one? What's the big scene?
Oh, jeez. I mean, I think it's Who Killed Ethan Hunt. I think you kill Ethan in the opening,
I gotta be honest with you. Like, my funny answer would have been like, remember the guy from the fucking knock list vault in the first movie? And they were like, fuck you, we already did it. Like, we got there first. What would be my Mission Impossible? I mean, what was that movie they did? Fanboys, right? Like, it was kind of a Mission Impossible-y kind of movie, trying to see episode 1 before anyone else, before their friend passed. That's a cool concept.
I mean, I will say the one thing that I'm not going to say there's a lot I didn't like about Final Reckoning and Dead Reckoning Part 1, but AI is the bad guy. While, like, I understand it conceptually, it was just inert dramatically.
Those guys got paid to write this line a lot. We're in the entity's reality now.
The entity wants you here.
Some actors got paid to say that line. That's a tough line to sell.
Yeah.
We're in the entity's reality now. That's a lot of syllables.
Having to say the entity over and over
instead of just AI.
Yeah, it's the entity.
The AI.
It isn't. Come on. But yeah, I would love it to just be a bad guy. Just be Isai Morales. Like, he was kind of fun. Like, I liked seeing Isai Morales. That was cool.
I was happy to see Isai Morales get a major gig.
Yeah.
He was the fucking man in La Bamba. Remember that? Played the brother.
I remember once going to a Sci-Fi Channel upfront when Isai was on Caprica. He played Admiral Adama's father, who was a lawyer who eventually helped to adjudicate the creation of the Cylons, blah, 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 blah. Went to this upfront party and ended up, after the upfront party, walking the streets of Manhattan with Isai Morales, looking for another party to go to. And we ended up crashing the Bounty Hunter premiere party. This Jennifer Aniston, Gerard Butler movie, because Isai heard about it and wanted to go. And I've never seen a room get more excited about somebody than when Isai Morales walks in. More excited the room was.
Makes me happy to hear.
About fucking Gerard Butler or Jennifer Aniston. It was Richie. Like, literally, like
They said Richie?
Yeah. A nightclub full of people all just fucking turned and embraced Isai Morales walking into this joint.
And what do they know him from?
I mean, people just know him from fucking La Bamba, man.
Like me. I mean, I know he's done other things, but like that.
That's it. That's the one. That was like the generational touchstone.
Remember he could draw Tippy?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be a cartoonist. I'm going to draw. And then Richie Valens dies. Richie. The bounty. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. I don't know if I've got a Mission Impossible in me, to be honest with you. Oh, all right. Mission Impossible. Yeah. Rescue my career. Dun, 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 dun. You got one?
Yeah. You kill Ethan Hunt. And then who killed Ethan Hunt? And why did they kill Ethan Hunt? What did Ethan know that was worth killing him for? Because I, like you, I'm a little peeved that the final reckoning did not involve him sacrificing himself for the good of the world. So
I wouldn't say I was peeved, but I was surprised. Seemed like a very easy note to play, where it's like, fucking, we've taken this as far as we could. But somewhere there was somebody, probably Mr. Cruz himself, was like, I could be Jim Phelps. That's true.
It's true. He could just be, I am now the secretary who avows or disavows all prior knowledge. Mission Impossible in space. I'm good.
Daniel Gibson says La Bamba was just way too sad, the ending. Yeah.
It is. History is funny that way.
Didn't even work out for his brother, too. But man, it's crazy that that's a pretty powerful performance that has affected a lot of people. I thought maybe it was just me.
No. I mean, this was a while ago.
I've always carried a flag for that guy for that reason alone. I was like, what was his name? Bob, right? I think his brother's name was Bob.
Yeah.
I just remember like being real charmed by he drew Tippy. I always used to see that in TV Guide and be like, hey man, maybe I could draw Tippy, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
Bob could.
It's that thing of he was a generation of kids saw La Bamba at just the right time, and for that generation of kids, like that guy is just he's an icon. And whatever else he does, whatever else he's done, there's always going to be the shadow of La Bamba. And either you can embrace it, you can run from it. And he embraced it, because what good do you get out of running away from it?
Never. My Mission Impossible, a Jay and Bob Mission Impossible, and would involve making a Jay and Silent Bob have to make an Ari Aster movie.
We've already seen Jay's dick, so
halfway there. That's a Mission Impossible, but not impossible, because that's the point of that franchise. Is like they always get it done, so it's not Mission Impossible, Mission Improbable at best,
right?
Mission Likely, based on every movie I've fucking seen. Let's get another question.
Yeah.
Okay, question 3. If you guys, we talked about doing trivia before. If you guys were writing a pop culture quiz for each other, what is one question that you would ask? What would you try to stump each other with? Pop culture.
See, the weird part about it is that I have to then scour my own data banks of useless, trivial knowledge to then try to stumble upon the thing that I think Kevin wouldn't know, which means I got to go fucking weird and deep and arcane, and it wouldn't be a thing that's on the top of mind.
I'll throw one out there, and I probably know it. But who voiced Shredder in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon?
In the cartoon, I have no idea.
Me neither.
James Avery, Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince, was the Shredder.
Wow. Look at that.
That's how bad we are at trivia.
I know, this is unfair. You're always fucking doing trivia every week. Let me think of one. What would I give to Mark?
Lots of R.I.P. James Avery in the chat. Like, yeah, a while ago. What was Sheriff Buford T. Justice's to-go order in Smokey and the Bandit?
Ooh, that's a good one.
No idea.
I'll have one Diablo burger and a Dr. Pepper to go.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I didn't have that at all.
Let me get that for you. Always for an officer of the law. Diablo sandwich. That's awesome I have at trivia. I got some of it.
You're gonna get this, but I'm going for it anyway. If I was gonna send you based on our childhood, and I wanted to make breakfast, and I sent you to the corner grocery, what would you bring back?
Based on our childhood?
Based on our childhood. Based on something we saw on television.
Oh, something we saw on television. Oh.
Three things that you would get at a grocery store if your mother sent you to a grocery store in the city.
Cigarettes.
No, in real life, yes. But let's say you were watching Sesame Street.
Oh, I don't know.
A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. Do you remember that from Sesame Street?
I do vaguely, yeah.
Little kid who was sent to the store, a loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. And they repeated it the whole way.
Did you ever see it was on Netflix. It was all the rage like 2 years ago. But it was that Japanese show where they would follow children sent on errands by their parents.
I remember seeing a clip or something.
Yeah, and it was like the most innocent show ever. But it was like a 3-year-old being sent by his parents to go and get milk and cheese and bread from the store. And just obliviousness is the wrong word, but I guess trust in these parents' eyes. Like, yeah, you can go to the store. And just, there's cameras following this fucking kid as he wades into traffic and crosses the street and dodges fucking buses and gets distracted by a snail and plays with a thing, but eventually makes it there with his fistful of yen to come back with a bag full of loaf of bread, carton of milk,
a stick of butter.
And like, as a Western person, just like, oh my God, that kid is going to die. Kids never died.
They don't.
Everything was fine.
They got cameras all over those kids.
Yeah. It's like the world is not that scary, turns out.
Geek Render says, excited for Nick Cage's Spider-Man, Spider Noir? I am.
Yeah. And did you see that Nick Cage is in talks to be in True Detective Season 5?
Serious?
Yeah.
I'm in. That's a great choice.
He has finally turned the corner on television.
Good, man. Good. That's a great fucking choice. He's wonderful.
Yeah.
A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter.
I thought you were going to look for pork roll, egg and cheese.
Pork roll, egg and cheese. Pork roll, egg and what? Pork roll, egg and cheese. Master Teacher says Gen X is crazy from all the crack.
We were crazy before the crack, sir.
Yeah, man. Crazy because we were left alone.
Drinking hose water.
Yeah, fucking raising ourselves and shit. Just be home when the 5 o'clock whistle blows.
Yeah, when the street lights come on, it's time for you to be home. Like, and it's almost impossible to imagine exactly what that world was like. But our parents did not care where we were, did not care what we did, and they had no way to know. There's no cell phones. There's no nothing. It was like, all right, just come back when the streetlights are on. Whatever
TV,
you do.
TV had to remind them by being, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? It was a fucking thing that we would put on TV all the time.
Yeah.
I'd be just sitting there watching TV, and my mom would be like, right here.
Yeah. He did what he was supposed to do. He came home when the streetlights came on.
Did we hit 3 questions?
That's 3.
That was 3? We did it.
I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I like a good impromptu fat man.
Yeah, it was impromptu. We did no advertising whatsoever. I don't think we got above 800 live, but no complaints. I don't do the show for the folks that don't come. I do the show for the folks who came.
And that's really a pretty good policy.
Yeah. Story of my life. You having a good time with us, kids? Well, come see us do this live at Smodcastle Cinemas a week from yesterday. Sunday at Smodcastle Cinemas, man. Me and Mark are going to be doing Fat Man Beyond. Is there a movie afterwards? We're going to watch something?
I don't know what you got playing at the theater.
I guess we can, stick around and watch a movie, man.
Yeah, maybe I'll go see Weapons. Tell
you what, kids, you come out and see Fat Man Beyond, man. When the show's over, I'll let you watch a movie. Ooh. Two for one. Fat Man Beyond and whatever the fuck you want to watch after that.
Just go sneak in, man.
Yeah, well, I'll distract Smodcastle keeper Ernie O'Donnell. You go in. That's Sunday. Tickets at csmod.com or smodcastlecinemas.com. But then September 9th, my friends.
The 9-9.
The Double No Show. We're going to be at the Scum and Villainy Cantina, the Smodcastle Cinemas of the West Coast. Banff Man's Place. Doing a show, this here show, with blue milks in front of us and shit, standing at the bar. That's Fat Man Beyond, September 9th at Scum and Villainy Cantina. Tickets are at Eventbrite.
CSMOD and Eventbrite. And I'll let you stay after the show and drink like it's a weekend.
Fucking A. You going to charge them for that booze?
Yeah, I am.
Have you had to raise prices or no?
We have not. Our beer prices are the same as when we opened.
Look at that. Look at fucking JC. Look at Banff Man taking care of you, man. Yeah. He ain't trying to get gouge or make his fucking thin margin bigger on your back. Fuck no, man.
You know how long ago we set those beer prices? To give you some perspective.
Go ahead.
I was at the bar last night.
I don't think you had any children at that point.
I did not. I had no children. I was at the bar last night, and a young lady came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm so excited to be here." And I was like, "Oh, that's awesome. Like, welcome to Scum and Villainy." She goes, No. I walked by this place with my dad when I was 13 years old. And we were going to see some stupid ballet show with my sister. And I said, I want to go in there. My dad said, you're not old enough to go in there yet. And I finally turned 21. And now I'm here.
So wait, how old was she?
So sweet. She was 13.
That's 8 years ago.
That's 8 years ago. How crazy is that?
When is your 10-year? It must be coming up then, a couple of years.
Our 10-year is in 2027, which coincides with the 50-year anniversary of Star Wars. Wow. And Star Wars Celebration Los Angeles. Wow. All the same week. Well, the Star Wars 50 is in May, but Star Wars Celebration is the same week as in the same city as our 10-year. So that's exciting. Yeah, we've been around 8 years.
People were up the beer prices for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were kids. You know what we did for our 8th birthday this year is we made all of our drinks $8. Everything on the menu is $8.
Oh, that's fun.
It was cool. People flew down from like Washington and San Francisco. They were like, we were here when you opened and we wanted to come back and celebrate.
Kids, if you want to ever tie one on amongst people that know that fucking the gym, the boxing club, the boxing gym where the Daredevil's dad fought, Scum and Villainy Cantina is where you want to drink. I can't say it any plainer than that. Support JC's amazing sci-fi movie adjacent bar.
Indeed. Drinkery.
His drinkery, man. Blue milks for all. It's right in Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard. What are you waiting for?
Bert Bondi says, I was at the Grant Morrison show you guys did in 2017.
Oh shit! All of us trying to penetrate Grant Morrison's very thick Scottish.
He went nuts that time too. He told a story about climbing this thing in India and monkey feces and
When he was here, when he was
when he was at the show. Yeah, he went deep. He went full like Grant Morrison storytelling.
Yeah, he went full wizard.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
It's so wizard, ain't he?
Silver Cloud said, in Soviet Russia, beer prices don't rise on you. I don't know if he was making a Yakov joke or if he's being serious. In Soviet Union. Kids, if you had a good time, then thank the gentleman around me. Banff Man makes it happen, puts it right in your fucking home, so you ain't got to leave. But if you do want to leave your home, come see us. It's Smogcastle Cinemas on August 31st and the Scum and Villainy Cantina on September 9th. Or Chronicon.
Indeed. Or the cruise.
Or the cruise next year in 2026. Plenty of opportunities between now and then. If you want to see me by myself, I'm going a bunch of places, which I talked about before. I'm not going to say it again because somebody got real tight with me. They're like, it's an hour of ads. Somebody told me to pick it up too. Pick it up. Like, hey, you're right. I should because you paid. No, you didn't. So guess what? My pace.
Number 9 on that New York Transit line. If that train jumps
off the track, do you want your money back?
Pick it up.
csmod.com for tickets there, my friends. For all tickets, for all things.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Smith. I have not seen Weapons yet. I'm seeing a lot of Weapons talk in the chat. I haven't seen it yet. Can't wait to go.
Me neither, because I'm a pussy, but I might have to.
I ain't nothing's holding me back except had my head up. I've been doing a lot of writing and pitching and trying to build a future.
Been working it.
No future. No future. One more. No future for you. There it is, kids. See you in Miami Thursday and Friday at the Miami Improv. Tickets at csmod.com. And then me and Mark. Well, I'll see some people in Smogcastle on Saturday night for a big Guar show. I don't mention it because it's sold out, man, because the Guar fans scat that shit up right away. Icons. Guar. And then on Sunday, it's me and Mark. Wading through all of Guar's blood and fake jizz to get up on stage and do Fat Man Beyond for you.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I got, sir.
New Toxic Avenger this week. Maybe we'll watch that on Sunday after the show.
Yeah, there it is.
Silver Cloud said, I smoked the chronic, but I didn't smoke no deputy. Billy Green says, can't wait for Austin Butler and Caught Stealing. What is that?
The new Darren Aronofsky picture. Austin and Zoe Kravitz.
Right on. What do they do? Steal?
I think they, judging from the trailer, Austin Butler is friends with former Doctor Who Matt Smith, who got involved with some shady fucking characters. This is an urban sort of crime spree thing. And then it's a little bit like Couple on the Run, a little bit, in over our heads, a little bit, grimy fucking street kids. Looks interesting. Like I'm here for Darren Aronofsky, dealing in just regular ass people and not Noahs. But
that was not the last thing he did, though, was it? Wasn't it Mother?
It was Mother. It was Noah, then whatever that fucking weird trippy thing was with Hugh Jackman.
Oh, yeah, the time movie. And then Mother.
And now this.
Or Mom or whatever it's Mother, I think.
Yeah, it was Mother. Exclamation point.
Bert Bondi says there's a Prince concert coming out in IMAX on Friday.
None of the times, baby.
Hey, I know, was it September 15th, I think? Dogma is in 40X theaters, kids.
Ooh.
Thanks to our good friend, man, Deacon, and the good folks at 40X. You can watch Dogma while your chair does this.
Oh, Mutant Mo also mentioned The Whale was the last Aronofsky.
That's right. That's what he did. It was The Whale. And that movie was huge. And fucking won Brendan Fraser an Oscar.
It did indeed.
If you guys are in Hollywood also, after or before you check out Scum and Villainy, around the block, they're shooting Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 2.
Are they really right in town?
Yeah, they reskinned Ivar between Hollywood Boulevard and Yucca. So it's all, if you drive down, it looks like the 70s. It's all like Van Halen, Dead Boys, the Runaways poster. There's a giant cigarette billboard like on the street side.
Van Halen?
Yeah, it would have been like early Van Halen, like Van Halen. Like
why? When's this movie take place?
It must be the early 70s, early to mid 70s. Pretty cool.
Remember, they also reskinned that for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood 1.
The first one. They did Hollywood Boulevard though. They busted out the cash for that one. This is the side street.
Yeah, this one they're like, well, you got Ivar money this time.
They've got
Sunset Boulevard money this time.
Somebody sent me a picture of Brad Pitt in the car when he was driving down Hollywood Boulevard in front of Scum and Villainy, because they didn't reskin Scum and Villainy. They like stopped at the thing right before us. So he like comes by, and then there's a picture of him in his car in Scum and in front of Scum, which is kind of cool.
Whoa, that is cool, man. Lord Mooby said on chat, Morris Day and the Time going to be on the cruise. Cruise askew.
Keep my shit together.
Jungle Love. Oh. I'll get to dance with Morris again. I never thought that would happen again in this lifetime.
You know,
happened once 24 years ago today. It came out for people to see. Jay and Silent Bob's Cruise Askew, because next year, as we now know, if this is the 24th anniversary of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, guess what happens next year, Mark?
Ooh, the big quarter.
Quarter of a century. Doing this a long time, long in the tooth. This business ain't got no use for me no more.
Chance the Rapper is a real one.
Not sure that it ever did, to be honest with you. But I will be doing my shit.
Doing it well.
Trying.
Represent Queen. She was raised out in Brooklyn.
I had a fucking killer pitch, man. Like last week, 2 weeks ago. It's so much so that the people I pitched to, one guy was like, when I retire, I want to write a book about all the best pitches that's going to be in it. Did the project get picked up? No. But the pitch was fucking dynamite.
Yeah. I had a thing like that too, where like there's an executive who heard what I wanted to do. I was like, listen, we're not going to do that here, but that's pretty great. And I was like, well.
Killed Josh Petrino, who's still watching the show in Jersey.
Wow.
God bless you. He said Smodcastle, who he's always doing the artwork for, has a horror fest on Halloween. We're having our first horror fest at Smodcastle. November 1st and November 2nd, Michael from Blair Witch is going to be there.
Ooh.
Mike staring at the wall, Mike. Like, Mike, what are you doing? Remember how creepy it was when he just like found him staring at the wall and shit? At the end of Blair Witch?
Yeah.
Whoa. Stephen Bazan says classic 3-hour show where Kev doesn't want it to end. You're so true. You're so right. Yeah, we should go.
You should release the hounds back into the world.
I mean, she did quiet down. Remember when she was getting all mouthy like 3 hours ago?
No, the minute you would speak, she'd be like fucking woof. Fucking woof.
Well,
we should find ways to. I would like to end the show like this at Scum. We're just going to stand around for a while, like just.
We've done 3-hour shows there.
We have, but they haven't had the same like tail end energy where it's just like, I just don't want to leave, man. I don't either. Let's just fucking. It's the young love of like, I'm gonna just stay on the phone with you and we can just be silent, but I know you're on the other end. All right, you say goodbye first. No, you say goodbye first. You say goodbye. You say goodbye.
Kill Josh Petrino says, I just finished some event posters and now I'm doing VFX. He'll be up till 5 a.m. Kid's such a hustler, such a worker.
Good for you, man.
His lady produced with Jess introduced me to a fucking cool ass movie that I'm gonna get involved with.
Ooh.
Be a guy that's like, I like this. And people are, who gives a shit? I'm like, all right.
Kevin Smith presents.
Techie guy Bob says, you hang up. No, you hang up. This is very much a high school and or college phone call between lovers.
Indeed.
Command Z says, Kev, the owl should be hunting your rats about now. Don't say that. They're too cute. They're not rats. They're palm rats. Much cleaner. You should see their coats. Very smooth, very shiny.
The palm makes them fancy.
Yeah, and the ears are very round. Like very like not, this just I'm telling you.
They're adorable rats.
I'll be honest with you. I hope they don't get eaten by the owls. I think that would suck. I know somebody else said, hey, coyotes coming too, but I think they're too fast.
Owls are death from above, so that's what makes it hard.
Yeah, that's true, man. Guys, watch the skies. There it is, kids. We gotta go. I'm sorry. I just can't let a good thing end. Story of my life. Wait until I'm on my deathbed. My final words are going to be like 10 long podcasts. You'll see.
Like, listen, we told you that he was on his last legs, but that was 10 years ago.
That's true. All right, kids. If you liked what you saw here today, I assure you it wasn't because of me. It was because of that guy over there, man. Give it up for Marvelous Mark Bernardin, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir. And thank you, everybody.
Come see us once again. Smodcastle Cinemas on Sunday. We're not going to end the show until you buy your tickets. So
do it.
Who's going to break first? Me or you? All right, you win. csmod.com, man. Or don't forget 9/9, September 9th at the Scum and Villainy Cantina.
Event right. Fatman 99.
Fatman 99. Tickets at csmod.com or the Eventbrite website. There it is, my friends. Thanks for hanging out. It was good times, man.
Was
good times.
Never a bad time.
Never a bad time. We got to, and honestly, the pace and the vibe was right. We got to, fucking talk about how Alfred got the shit end of the stick in that one picture, and then we talked about Mission. We did a lot. We did a while on Mission Impossible.
We did.
I'm not going to say we're the Blank Check podcast. They're very classy, but I would say that we did more than just cover the news today. We gave opinion. There's some essay in there, I believe.
We did some wild digressions.
Yeah. Somebody at one point referred to it as old school Smodcast. I was like, yeah, I like that.
Nice. It became a nature documentary for a little bit in there.
Bert Bondi in chat just put a dad joke of the highest order in there. It says, UCLA. I see LA every day. I live there.
Wow.
I'm going to totally rock my wife with that. And she'll be like, oh my God, you're so funny. And I'm never giving credit to Bert Bondi. I'm telling you right now, Bert Bondi. Next time me and my good lady wife have sex, it's going to be based on your joke. So she won't be having sex with me. She'll be having sex with you.
Ish.
It's going to be like that scene in Peacemaker.
Ripping bongs. A bunch of people just start fucking.
Do you remember the show at one point when the person was like, Kev, you don't understand. He was sad. That's why. I'm like, no, I got that part. That part was clear.
Yeah. Oh, rocked it. Got it. Good.
Geek Render says, need more chatting about Strike Back at 24. I don't want to shoot my wad for the 24th birthday. 25. Now that's marketable.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you better watch. You're gonna fucking be so tired of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back next year. Because I'm gonna be like, hey everybody, guess what it is? A quarter of a century.
We're going on tour.
Yeah. Good idea. Still a good idea. All right, man. There it is, kids. Don't forget.
Come see us.
Yeah, please. What the fuck? Or if you can't because you're like, who's got money for that shit? I understand. Come see us next time. If the money ever comes back. Do you think the money's ever going to come back, Mark?
I don't know. I saw this news article about how Vegas is down like 30-40%. And
you know, it has a lot to do with Canadians.
It has a lot to do with people afraid to travel.
Well, there's that, but also like fucking just Florida as well got hit very hard by Canadians being like 51st state, go fuck yourself, and they stopped coming. Like that's what you get.
Yeah,
like, you can't fucking sit there and insult our neighbor up north and expect them to be like, "Oh, take my money at the casino, then, eh?" They can fucking go to Niagara Falls. They want to do that, or they can go to fucking Red Rocks? No, I forget. They got a casino out by the Vancouver airport. They can go to that one. I'm sure they got many other casinos up there, but those are the two I know of.
Niagara Falls and the Vancouver airport.
I'm sure they were all sitting home going like, oh, thank God Silent Bob told us where to go. I didn't know where to gamble in Canada. But yeah, I saw like I saw one. I've been watching a lot of those videos about like fucking because this is crazy. But as goes Vegas, so goes the rest. You know, never mind the Texas of it all. As goes Vegas, so goes the economy.
Yes.
So you can look and see at what's happening in Las Vegas right now as a prognosticator of what the next year is going to look like. And I saw a lady going like, last year I was making $200 a day in tips. Now I'm making $60 a day. That is a huge fucking drop.
Yeah. And also, who's not coming? Chinese millionaires are no longer coming in because they are concerned about immigration. They're concerned about border. They're concerned about all of it. And it's like the fucking giant money is not coming and the little money isn't coming. And when none of that money is coming, it's a bad sign.
Let me tell you something. You know who is coming to Vegas? Jay and Silent Bob.
Pew, pew, pew.
On Tilt, September 20th. It's coming soon, man. It's like less than a month. September 20th at the Venetian Resort, Las Vegas. Tickets at csmod.com.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of room. Yes. I don't know. I got to check in on how sales are doing. Lots of shows coming up, man. I'll be on the road. So if you're like, hey, man.
When can I see Kev?
Yeah, I got to see him in real life.
Everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor with a U in it, as they say up in Canada.
A privilege.
An honor. On our.
Honor.
There it is, my friends. There's your Fat Man Beyond for this week. For Fat Man Beyond, I said, I really don't want to end the show. You would think like fucking something bad was waiting for me or something, but no, just
having fun.
I've always loved about the internet. Like when it came into my life, I was like, I'll never be alone again. Bunch of people. Wonder if we can keep it going until it was just us and like one person.
How many people are watching?
And that's our Charlie in of the Chocolate Factory. Then we give that person Fat Man Beyond. Charlie, you won.
You did it.
Like, what did I win? Fat Man Beyond. Now you got to do it. We've just passed it on to you like herpes. Now you carry
it. Like the plague.
All right. Jason and Chat goes, everybody sit back down.
Like, are we done? No, we're not done.
Steven Bazan says, Mission Impossible, end the show. There you go. Fucking A. So true. Will Herndon says, don't end. Oh, now I'm getting sad. This ain't the last show ever. Walrus Onion goes like dice in the night the comedy died. Remember that fucking album? Bert Bondi says the long walk version of Fat Man Beyond. Yeah, let's see who lives.
I know. I broke my ankle.
We're gonna Bachman this shit. There it is, kids.
Amazing. It is not the longest Fat Man yet.
No, but long enough. You know what I was gonna, to close up. In closing, Mark, I would like to conclude the way I started, talking about the latest Mission Impossible movie. My review
shorter than the latest Mission Impossible movie.
Yes, we are actually longer than my review for that movie. After I watched it, was 3 hours, and it was a lot of movie, as I said, like a lot, and every set piece had 96 moving parts to the set piece and stuff. It felt like you just wanted to give it the tap, like
wrap it up.
Yeah, it's like it ain't happening tonight. Like you're putting, like you are pulling all the right moves, like you're giving it 100%, man. No complaint. You're trying. It's just it ain't gonna happen. Like,
we're not getting there tonight.
Yeah, felt like I was like, boy, All right. Let's just watch Matlock.
We're good, Tiger.
Lots of movie. There you go, kids. There is your Fat Man Beyond for this week. For Fat Man Beyond, I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Mark Bernard.
Tune in next week. Same fat time. Same fat channel. Smodcast.com or
youtube.com/Kevin Smith.
A giant Jeff's kiss to y'all. Wow.
Tap, tap, tap.
Wow. This is the cat. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the AKA Ask Kev Anything. Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith. Cheers,